Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Dana Trucking. Live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Full show ahead. Lots to get to. The Final Four is set in college basketball. We'll get to that in just a second, as the Creighton Blue Jays will not be in the Final Four. That's just too dang bad.
Oh, boy.
It's too bad. That's too bad. But I'll hold my thoughts on that because I know Bill has some idle chit chat to get to off the bat.
Yeah, I do have some idle chit chat to get to.
Sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care.
So a couple things with Mr. Newton. It was so awesome. Got a picture yesterday from him. Sent it to me from in front of the Beamer Ballroom.
Oh boy,
yeah, that's right.
Wait a second, Mr.
He's from Beamer.
Newton.
His wife's
lawn care.
His wife's from Beamer. So he was in Beamer.
Oh, nice.
And then I spent that's where Street Legal played at, was in the Beamer Ballroom. So he sent a nice picture.
Nice.
So that made me feel that when my lawn care starts with those guys, that we're going to be in the right place.
Yeah.
Right away.
You're in a good spot.
I'm in a good spot.
So
that was outstanding. I ended up going up to Omaha real quick like that because I'm just a guest here. I'm not permanent. So I had a chance to work on Sunday a little bit and talk to Rob Zadiska and Travis Justice up there and did a little podcast with those guys. So that was outstanding. But the topper was getting back to here and going to Dr. Lonnie Albers, who put in roughly 40 years at Nebraska as the team doctor. Mm-hmm. Amazing person, great soul, worker. The number of athletes that he probably saw was ridiculous. And it was the who's who. I'm telling you, it was Tom Osborne. It was Boyd Epley.
At a party?
It was at the Scottish Rite party. That's the retirement party was the clue. That was the first clue that's what was going on, was a retirement party.
It was a party.
Yeah, it's a party. Yes, like that. There was libations. It was outstanding.
What kind of food was it?
The Claire family was there. Oh, the food was really good. They had like a pulled pork.
Now we're talking.
Barbecue sauce.
Now we're
and mac and cheese.
Okay.
Right there. They had all kinds of snacks for us right there. There was a bar like that. So it was everything you want. But to have a chance to be around all those ex-famous Huskers.
Give me a couple more.
The Claire family was there. Dr. Pat Claire has been with them forever. Dave Claire now also played at Nebraska. Great player out of Lincoln East, and he's now with the team doctor. Dr. Dugas was also there, All-American at LSU, but it's been here with these guys forever. So, like I said, it was an unbelievable bunch of people to get together for a great event. So that was a lot of fun.
You saw Barney too, right?
Barney was there. Yes.
Barney Cotton.
Yeah, Barney Cotton hung out with Barney and his lovely wife, Christy. So they're going to be, Barney will be here on air with us tomorrow. So,
yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of great people there. So had an unbelievable
This is
time.
a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot for one.
Yes,
This
is a lot.
Yes, that's all on one
Barney,
Sunday.
I don't even know if I call that chit chat. That's that's good stuff.
Information overload. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so Barney's going to be here tomorrow.
Barney Cotton, 7 a.m., 7 o'clock hour.
7 o'clock hour. Barney's
that's perfect because I got to.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
easy.
I got to bolt out again because
Time out. You told us, and I saved it. You told us that there's only going to be 2 times that this would happen.
There's one more.
No.
Next Tuesday.
Tomorrow?
No,
next Tuesday. Tomorrow. Yeah.
We'll have Barney here.
There's a pre-practice. They open it up, so you got to go. Gotta go. Maybe I don't have to go. I'll check today.
But you did tell us, though. Did you do yes or no?
I think I did.
Yeah.
It was wishful thinking type thing, just to soothe anything for that day, knowing that it could happen again. My bad. But you'll have
this could just end up being just Jake here at some point in time because I'm just a guest. So
what's going on?
It has been that before.
I've done it before, so it's fine.
Jake can do solo.
I don't prefer that, but
it's amazing. When
occasionally it's possible you can make it happen.
It's not going to happen. Don't worry. You're going to have Barney here tomorrow.
So we need to
pave the way for Barney.
So we need to start scheduling every Tuesday and Thursday an extra guest because you're leaving early.
Not every. I mean, spring ball lasts until April 22.
Okay.
Through mid-April.
I think there's only one more availability, and that's tomorrow. You can fight through it.
We'll see if that's true.
Not cool. Is it not
cool, Bill?
Is it not cool, Sip?
Yeah, not cool, Sip. Yeah, not cool. I know you have to be down there for this. You're not like you're calling plays or something, are you? I mean,
he's learning to play. He's learning to play.
Here's the thing:
if you were calling plays, I would 100% agree with this.
I don't even 100% agree with it. I mean, we got to do observations from practice. I'm like, wait a second, we just did them last week.
It just happened on
what's going to
Thursday.
change? What's going to change?
What did we learn in 4 days, 5 days?
Yeah, what's going to change? I don't know. It's just silly. But much of covering Nebraska football is kind of silly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anything from your weekend, Sip, that was worthy of idle chit
I
chat?
probably let me just think about it as we go, and let's get to Creighton. I don't. Yeah. I didn't think about it.
You
There's
guys,
some things
you
that
guys
happened,
were
but
texting
I don't know.
me
There's some
during a
things that
concert.
happened. I just don't know if I can bring it to the air. I was not at a concert.
No, you texted me during a concert. It was like a barrage of texts.
Why were we
I
texting?
looked
Jake
down.
during
There's like
the
30
concert?
texts
Yes.
about I think Gonzaga and UConn possibly or something like that in the final in the Elite Eight. I looked down. I had like 30 texts in the group chat as I was at this
What concert were you at? That
it was
sounds like
Chase
Idol.
Rice, and it was the loudest concert I've ever been to my entire life.
I've never
Now,
heard of.
I
Chase
sound
Rice.
like an old man. I really do. That venue, it's called the Admiral. It used to be Sokol. It's near the zoo up there in Omaha.
Wait a second. I know exact. Oh, it's not the Sokol
no,
anymore.
it's called the Admiral.
You're
now.
kidding.
Yeah, it is the loudest. Yeah, it is the loudest venue ever.
Chase Rice.
Chase Rice. Yeah.
Now, what kind
Yeah,
of
how old
music?
are you? You're 30.
I'm 31, 32
and you
next
thought
month.
it was crazy loud.
Oh yeah, and I've been to a lot of concerts, and I've been close.
Who is
at a lot of
Chase
con-
Rice?
He's a country singer.
Country.
He
Yeah.
does both kinds of music, country and western.
Country.
What
So
movie is
it's
that from?
A little.
We do both kinds of music here, country
I'll
and
get
western.
this. I'll get this.
Classic.
Kingpin.
No.
Blues-
Blues Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Kingpin.
So they go to the honky tonk to play when they played. There was chicken wire up in front of the deal because people throw glass bottles at them. We're the good old blues boys, ma'am.
All right, now hold on. I want to get back to the Sokol. That's my
Yeah.
stomping
It's
grounds. My
So
family.
how many people?
I don't know how to assess that. Maybe 1,000. Is that
Probably a little more than that.
more than 1,000? Probably.
I have no
See,
idea.
I'm not in that kind of venue. I'm not good at estimating population,
That's
or
interesting.
crowd size.
They had a country singer in there.
They have a lot of country singers there. That's very
It's-
common.
And it's now called the Ad.
It's called. It is the same place where you.
I know
where
exactly
Sokol
where
is,
it
you know
is, yeah.
exactly where
Did
it's
you
at.
have any beer, Jake?
I had 4.
25 ounces.
Oh,
That'd
this
be
is
100
probably
ounces.
20 ounces.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This wasn't quite.
I wasn't driving.
wasn't
I was
Garth.
being responsive.
Yes,
I was not driving.
You
This
look
was not-
chipper.
This was not quite Garth then. It wasn't.
No,
Garth.
it wasn't
We're
quite
going
Garth.
200 ounces.
Yeah.
How was it though?
Yeah.
It was
Let's
fine.
give us a
Yeah.
little
It was
review.
fine.
Who opened up?
His name is Tyler Braden. He has a song that's called I forgot. He has a big song.
So
right
no
now.
name night at the Admiral.
No. Chase Rice. Would I go to Chase Rice again? Probably not. I mean, he was fine, but I had other things I could have done besides that. But it was enjoyable. I always like being at a concert. Live music's great.
I'm with you on that.
When you had no more songs and maybe 2, it's better. But
Well, that probably would have been better because the watching the second half of that UConn game
Yeah.
right.
was
Let's
blowout
get us
city.
into the tournament.
was horrific.
That,
Thank
that
you
was
for the idle
that was
chit-chat.
sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call them today at 402-440-6297 for a free quote for a 2023 lawn fertilizer program. So
Where do we go first?
I think we go to Saturday's games, right?
Or do you want to go to
Okay,
Creighton
let's go
first, Bill? Where
go
do
to
you want to
Creighton.
go?
We'll go to Creighton first.
Let's go to
back.
Creighton.
Let's go to Creighton.
We'll backtrack to
Let's
Saturday here.
backtrack. Yeah.
So Creighton yesterday has the first game. They have a 120 tip against San Diego State, trying to get to the Final Four, which they would be facing FAU, who of course beat Kansas State on Saturday. But Creighton really led most of this ball game. They were not ever like totally in command, totally in charge, but they led the majority of the ball game. With about 5 minutes to go, it starts going back and forth where they kind of rotate the leads. San Diego State holds on. They get a free throw late because it's tied up at 56 all. There's a controversial call on was it a foul or not, where San Diego State was going for a drive, pull up at the free throw line, and was it Kaluma that made
Daria Trammell was the San Diego State player who was fouled by Ryan Nembhard.
That's right, Nembhard. And
Ryan
the question
Nembhard.
was, okay, Nembhard goes up with the right hand, doesn't hit the ball, but the left hand grabs the side
Right.
of
He
him.
did.
And if you watch
Foul.
it, it was a shove too at the end. They shoved him to
Foul.
the floor, and Creighton fans are saying, "Where's the foul?" I'd say it's very clear. There's a foul right there. You biased Birds fans.
All right. Now, this is going to get interesting in a couple.
I
ways.
disagree.
You don't think it was a foul?
Here's what I would say, is that you could probably pick out 200 of that exact same context that were not called in this tournament at this point.
Okay, you agree with Barkley.
When the game was over, let's say the game ended a different fashion. Let's just say there was no call. It goes to overtime, and Creighton wins the game. There's no chance the lead story is the no call with 1 second left. That's not the lead story. No chance. Say there was so many times that same contact is made and the call isn't made. So you can sit there and say so either the call needs to be about how horrific the officiating is, that there's 200 missed calls, because that's what the story is, because that call at that time, there was no one that was like,
generally
it didn't affect his body. No.
Generally, aren't you the person though that says that if foul is a foul, it doesn't matter if it occurs in the
I agree with that, but then a foul's not a foul. What about the other 200 times? Would you agree with me that there is a ton of times when there is that much contact with no foul?
No doubt. But here's the thing.
He grabbed his
side. I agree, Jake. I agree, Bill. But I'm with Jake. There's a foul. He fouled it. He pushed.
It was not the right arm. It was the left arm.
He displaced the shooter, Bill.
He did. He was off.
Bill,
but it gets called all the time.
I agree. Okay, now I don't know what we agree on.
I say it shouldn't have been called. But the letter of the law, okay, it's a foul. I'm not going to say there's no chance that that's completely clean. No, there's contact there, but we'd all agree that it gets called all the time. And at that point in time, right there, that game.
Now I will say
that game was a physical game.
It was
the number of shots that people were banged during a shot, and it wasn't called. That's my whole point.
I'll back Bill with this.
Okay.
Now, I don't necessarily agree, but I will back him with this. Only 22 fouls were called in that game, both teams.
It was physical.
Yeah.
They didn't call that stuff. So that's fair.
It was fair. It was that type of game.
I thought that the shooter was displaced.
I did too.
So Charles Barkley, what did he say?
He agrees with you 100%.
So if we had to just go court of law, and we're trying to listen to this basketball, we go Barkley or Jake? Or as far as we have that, let's talk.
Well, I'm a biased fan too.
I don't know. I don't know this.
I wish
in the court of law this would be really difficult to settle because both sides have a very strong argument. Now, Gene, you better go to Gene Steratore.
Okay.
Gene Steratore is the CBS.
Just Steratore.
Steratore.
You don't need to have the E at the end. Steratore.
If
Gene
there
Steratore.
was 2 E's, we'd probably go Steratore E.
Steratore.
One E.
What's Gene Steratore said?
He's the CBS analyst, the officials analyst.
Okay.
He said, in the ref's opinion, he felt like Nembhard's left hand displaced Trammell to a place that affected his shot.
I agree.
Clark Kellogg said it was the right call. Barkley Charles disagree. He said that ball was going to be short anyway. Jay Wright tried to tried to be in the middle, but he clearly, in the end, if you read what he said, he disagreed with the call.
Big East guy also.
He said said something interesting.
So someone who is just if Creighton won couldn't have came to work today. So you're the guy.
Jay Wright, a biased Big East.
He said
coach.
something interesting about the officiating. He said that's the trouble with officiating in the NCAA tournament. These guys, okay, so I'll preface it by saying this. The ref made the call because it was clearly a foul. And then if he didn't make the call, he would be judged on, and he might not advance to be able to referee future NCAA tournament games. And Jay Wright said that's the trouble with officiating in the NCAA tournament. These guys are trying to advance as opposed to making the right call for the feel of the game, which completely backs Bill. Now, Clark Kellogg said it was the right call. I don't know. I don't think anybody's
also
either side has a compelling argument.
Steratore, right?
Yep. Steratore.
Yeah.
Just go back and listen to every one of his takes. Because he agrees with he's on the
he's
official
back
side.
The refs. He's
on
back
the official
refs.
He's never going to be like, oh, they missed that one. Hey, Todd, hit me up later, buddy. Wow. No, never. No, it's always like, well, I can see what he was thinking here. There's this. No. I tell you one thing that's really awkward.
What's that?
The game was I was driving, so I had to listen to it.
Yeah, you're driving home from Omaha,
which was kind of fun because it's like old school listening. Yeah. If you don't know the name, no one says the word. It's like and Thompson with the rebound, ball out. Yeah, they never say
What
Creighton
team?
or
Yeah.
they say what team. If you don't have everyone memorized, a couple times they didn't say a score for like 10 minutes. I listened for
that pisses
20
me off.
something minutes, and finally it's like, and Creighton's got the lead, 46-44. I'm like, I had no idea who was ahead. You don't know who has the ball. You have no idea. Finally figure out one name of somebody.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. If I would have been listening to UConn and like Gonzaga, it'd been like if Timmy didn't have the ball,
Right.
I wouldn't know who had it. I wouldn't have known.
Hunter.
Salas.
So I wouldn't have known.
You might have known one more. Let me see. Give him another. No, you're probably,
probably
right.
right.
What about Jordan Dawkins?
No.
Hawkins.
No.
So I said,
It was so awkward to
What
listen
team
to.
we're talking about?
I mean, I'm driving through Eagle where I stopped and got a slice of pizza.
At
you?
Casey's.
Yeah,
At Casey's.
Yeah,
Great
stopped through
spot.
there. And
What'd you get? Because I got one too yesterday.
Just sausage pizza.
Oh, that's what I got. We both got a sausage pizza
Yeah,
yesterday.
it's outstanding.
I did not
Yeah.
have pizza yesterday,
It
so
was good.
Yeah, it was really good. I was really
I
excited
think
about
that pizza's healthy.
Just-
I always feel good at
I
it.
just want it is very healthy. It is. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Low in carbs, low in fat.
yeah, there's protein.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
this is gonna get good. Okay, I think we handled the not. I thought it. Now, Bill, I thought it was a foul. Displaced him.
I thought you don't call that. No, guys.
Oh, you don't
You
call
don't
it.
call that one because that happened all game. It happened all game.
Well, now this
guy
is
fell down.
this
at
is
the
the
end, though.
next thing, though. I was almost. Can I say the word depressed after the game? I wanted Creighton to win that game because
There's nothing else.
he
I wanted overtime. I did. I wanted Creighton to win. Goes back to when I followed him with Rick Johnson.
It would have been incredible to have Creighton in the Final Four playing FAU with the potential to win it all. They've beaten UConn.
That sounds like hell to me. Your dream sounds like
you
hell.
have to take things. This is when you have to be professional, Jake.
This
isn't just your hatred for.
No.
Let me hear it, Jake.
Bill had a stance, and I think I just disagree with. Before the show, you said you think 80% of people listening to this show wanted Creighton to win, and I just thoroughly disagree with
And
that.
I changed that to 76%.
Okay, 4-6-4,
Yeah.
Okay,
5-6-8.
464-5685. Did you want Creighton to win yesterday? Simple yes or no on the text line.
Yes, my vote.
My vote's
5,
yes.
6,
So
8,
right now
5.
it's 2-1. Josh, what are you voting? You want them to win or lose? Yeah,
Win.
there's
Okay,
3-1.
Okay, Jake, no, this is not, we're not going to beat you up.
Yeah.
I'm not. We're not. It's just, I'm surprised by your take. It would have been can I try to convince you? How fun would it have been all week, even if you don't like them, to have that emotion?
In the same state.
Yeah.
In the same state.
I thought it would
Nebraska's not known as a really, the great basketball state of Nebraska.
Understood.
Now, this is a fascinating
Understood.
conversation to me because I didn't sense that the state was gripped by the story. But if they got to the Final Four, I think it changes.
The state wasn't gripped because Creighton's an Omaha school, Nebraska's a Nebraska
do
school.
they have
They
anybody?
claim their own thing
Is
up
there
there.
anyone on the team from Creighton from Nebraska?
Yes, Baylor
So that-
Shireman is.
that
And I
makes
was
it a
rooting for
story.
Baylor.
So that makes it a
I
story.
support Baylor Shireman.
That makes it a story.
You don't, let's not back him into a corner. He's got a point. Now, I don't like to hear what the people say. I really would.
It feels like to me that oftentimes Omaha views himself as their own state, not Nebraska. They feel themselves, we are Omaha, we're our own little district, and the rest of the state is whatever they are. We're not Nebraska. That's how I get that sense from Omaha sometimes. That's why I don't like Creighton. Because they're very haughty fans up there.
There's some truth.
But I have a lot of respect for Jake for his true stance.
I'm not backing down. I was rooting very hard from. I had to stand
I
up.
appreciate a true hatred.
The last minute of
I
the game.
appreciate a hatred.
The last minute, I was standing up.
Yeah.
I was yelling at the
I
team.
know
They
you
say,
were.
"Come on, get the rebound."
That's
That's the shot.
interesting. It is interesting on that level that I was the exact opposite.
Yeah,
You stood up and say, "Come on, Creighton."
I wasn't standing up, but I was.
I'm glad we were not in the same room for this game.
What my thing was, you got to be kidding me. You're going to let Creighton was better. Now Creighton wore down. San Diego pounded them on the offensive glass. I thought Creighton went a little soft.
Well, the
That's
reason
just
you love this one. I'm listening to the radio again. At one time in the second half, it was a 25-17 advantage for San Diego State, and the announcer said, "I believe it's because of the shooting." I'm like, really,
Bill?
Like, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's because of the shooting. Like they're not shooting well. Absolutely. It's like, would that not be a part of it?
Yeah, that would be part of it. Kalkbrenner was the biggest player on the floor. He had 17. He had a decent game, but second half, he needed to take over the game, and I think he was tired. I think he got tired.
He was in there for a long time.
Yeah. He played 37 minutes.
It's a lot for a big guy.
It is
He's good. He's not a huge guy. He's tall.
100%.
He's in good shape, but
and they only play 5 guys basically. The Creighton Blue Jays. It was hard to tell on the radio.
This morning, so I hadn't seen. I wanted to watch that thoroughly this morning. The last play. So I had Sports Center on when I was on the treadmill. So you'll love this one. So the Sports Center guy's talking, and he talks about and also like that. And he hits Baylor Shireman for the layup to tie the game. He didn't even realize that it was San Diego State's ball when he threw it in. That it was a turnover. He thought the throw was in, it's like he didn't realize that the ball was going to the wrong basket. It was like he kind of missed that one.
There's a lot going on in March Madness.
A lot going on. Not really. There's only a couple games. There's 2 games. There's 2 games.
And by the way, Texas beat Miami in the other game yesterday. And that score was 88 to 81.
Yeah, and
excuse me, Miami won.
Texas was leading the whole game, and then an epic comeback in the second half. Jim Larinaga. How about Miami and FAU?
Yeah,
both
I'm sorry.
in the Final Four.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Look at Jake tallying. Look at him over there.
I got a lot of tallying.
He's tallying.
Okay, so while you're tallying, I'll give you the matchups. San Diego State 5 seed will play FAU, the 9 seed, 5 versus 9, and then on the other side it'll be Miami versus UConn. 5 seed Miami, 4 seed UConn. UConn's the only team in the field that has been in the Final Four before. And that was, I think, 2014 when they won it all. Right?
Quick tally here. This is early. I have not hit all of them, but this is what I have so far.
And then what are you tallying?
This is not scientific. I may have missed.
And also, I'm concerned that the person scoring this.
It's fine. What is the tally?
The question was, listeners out there listening to Early Break right now, were you rooting for Creighton yesterday? Yes or no? So far, the tally is 30 no, 17 yes.
Ooh. Close.
Not really. Bill said 70% yes would be the answer. It's been more close to no.
I meant just in our office, and so it was 3 to 1.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
Yes.
So Creighton falls 57-56. I tell you what, there's 1.2 seconds left, and they opted for the full court baseball pass.
Yes, Shireman.
Now Creighton has really good shooters. Wouldn't you think they could have a better chance of making a half court shot than trying to hope that lands in somebody's arms, coming that hot? And 1.1 second left, it went out of bounds. It tipped off somebody's hands, which seemed pretty.
They shot
obvious.
Poorly all day. Maybe that factored into
possibly.
That
I'd give a better chance of making a half court shot than a miracle heave. If it's going to possibly break your damn fingers. Right. But that's the way it's coming in hot like that.
Yeah,
it's a tough catch. It would be a tough.
Very tough catch.
You're in a difficult situation there under your own basket with 1.2 seconds left. It's your chances are virtually nothing.
Yep, nothing.
Dean on the YouTube is on your guys' side. Says, Jake, come on. Any Nebraska school making the Final Four of any sport is worth appreciating.
And I think we would have talked about it all week. Think about the ramifications.
Like I said, one of their best players is from Aurora.
Yeah.
So that ties into it. That'd be a better story.
Just the fascination with having a team in the Final Four, and by the way, with a great chance to get to the final, a great chance.
Yeah.
Playing FAU,
they would have made the final. Creighton would have. That's the best part. They would have beat FAU. They would have been in the national title, but they're not. That's too bad. You guys can wallow for them, and I'll just celebrate over here and say it's a great day to be a Nebraska.
I'm just amazed by that take. I'm amazed by that.
You could be amazed all you want. It ain't changing. Nothing you say is going to change my stance on this game.
The conversation on when you have to have a show, we do a show.
I know.
The show would have been better with a minute. There would have been because there would have been
great because you make fun of them the whole week for not being there.
I don't
make fun of them.
How can you? They were in the final 8. They were in the Elite 8.
Well, I can make fun of them for having a cakewalk to the finals that they didn't achieve.
Easy now.
Hold on. Whoa.
Hold on.
San Diego State just beat Alabama.
You can't do this.
How
many wins does Nebraska have?
Seed-wise, a bad.
You cannot do this.
No, let me walk down.
As a Nebraska fan, you actually can't do this.
Yes.
As a Nebraska fan, you cannot.
Game 1, they played a very weak NC State team that played terrible.
All right, now hold on. Let me see if you're right.
Game 2, Baylor is the worst team they've had in years at Baylor. They were not.
It was Baylor.
That's not a Scott Drew typical Baylor team. All right,
very good team.
Sweet 16, you beat a 15 seed. Congrats, you beat Princeton, who's the Cinderella. The shoe fell off in the second half. They had a good first half, and then Reality's hit their face. They
This
lost
is
by
amazing
11.
you're taking this.
And then they had a 5 seed.
because you
in
would
this
not do
Elite
this if
Eight.
it was Nebraska.
I don't care. This is not Nebraska.
I know, but you would not.
You're not
If
doing
it's a
this
team you
logic.
don't
That's
like,
not fair.
then you can say whatever
They
you
got
want.
to the final 8. They got to the final
Congrats.
8.
They had a cakewalk to the finals and they
Oh,
lost
God.
it.
Oh,
They
my
messed
God.
Cakewalk.
Cakewalk tournament.
Jake, you can't go
Theory
there.
here.
Then you're basically saying they beat. Yeah,
You can't go there, my friend. You cannot do that.
I just
Nebraska's never won a game in the tournament, and you're disparaging
Jelly-
Creighton for
Jelly's
getting
a
to the
bad-
Elite Eight.
Yeah, think about it. Just stop yourself.
Jealousy
Check
is an
yourself
ugly
here.
thing.
Yeah, it's
It is
revealing
ugly.
itself to be very ugly right now.
There's no doubt.
Jake, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. The other one.
All right, now hold on. Now there's some other things to talk about. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Of that game still or other games?
Go to the other game.
Miami, again, comes back. They beat Texas 88-81. Jim Larinaga back in the Final Four for the first time since George Mason. Back
And that was 2000.
17 years ago.
in 2006.
And they showed Jim.
06.
They showed him this morning. He looked old then.
He did. He was old
It
then.
looked like he was like oh my god. He's like this is probably his last year.
Stop.
It did. And the guy's amazing.
He is amazing.
I mean, I am pulling hard.
You know what's
for him.
great about him though is that you see the post game locker room. He's dancing.
Yeah,
He's
with it.
dancing. It's incredible.
He's
What a
with it.
stud.
Did he take his shirt off and swing
No.
it around?
No, shirt was
No, he didn't. Did he do
Must have
that?
been the only one.
Did the guy from San Diego
Swing it
State
around.
do it? Trying to see
Swing
here
it
at that.
around.
Brian Dutcher.
Did
No, he
that.
kept
How about
his shirt on.
UConn? How about Hurley? Did he do that?
No.
No, but Hurley's got a squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to
Go
go
ahead.
back.
Go
to
ahead.
that.
Go there.
While
UConn.
I was at the concert, you guys were watching the blowout. UConn crushes Gonzaga 82-54. They are on an absolute roll right now.
That was high school versus JV.
What the heck,
That
Bill? What
it
was the deal?
It looked like Gonzaga looked like a JV team. It was they first two things. They didn't play well, but you just looked at the teams, they didn't even come close to looking
They
the part.
didn't.
It wasn't even like it was like Timmy had that look on his face like, "Oh my god, these two giants."
Yeah, so they have Adama Sanogo, UConn,
Yeah.
who's 6'9" and a boss.
a
He's
Nebraska
boss.
recruit at one point.
Yeah,
Didn't have,
yeah,
but
let's
they
not
were
get
after
into
it.
that one. Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
send
they-
you.
they
That'll
were
send you
after
right into it.
Spiral.
Yeah, and then they bring Bill sees it. They bring the 7-footer off the bench, Donovan Clingan, who's a freshman from Bristol and is a
Oh,
beast.
he played so
He's
wow.
a beast.
Back to the ball.
Yeah, you like that.
I mean, back to the hoop. I mean,
And then Drew Timmy, the player you guys know, everybody knows, picked up his third and fourth fouls in the opening 2 minutes of the second half. Stupid. I mean, unwise to do that. He killed him. He killed his team. I mean, I hate to say it about Timmy. He's a great player, but he had a charge early. And then it was it was, I don't know what Bill would say about the call. He kind of, he was blocking out and went a little excessive with one arm and got caught, and bam, he's to the bench. And then UConn took off.
Onslaught.
Now, here's the thing about UConn, and Jake knows now, Bill, you can pick me apart on this, but I like teams with bigger players. And UConn has no player on its roster. Well, one. It has one player on its roster under 6'2". All right. And that's Hurley's kid. They're a giant team. 11 players on the roster 6'4" or taller. They don't recruit 5'11" guys, which I love. I mean, I'd almost stipulate I don't want a player 6'2" or under unless he's a freak, unless it's Noel.
yeah, it's like you never want to make the one exception. The whole time when someone just says, "Never bring a
No,
recruit
right,
back
right.
to me unless he fits this
Yeah,
profile."
you can't do that.
That's dumb.
You
All
can't
of a
do
sudden,
that.
then you got it's like
Yeah, you're ruling out Barry Sanders.
yeah,
at that
Barry
point.
Sanders. You don't want Sproles. You don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
all these guys.
Or you're ruling out
different guys.
Tiny Nate Archibald
Yeah.
or
Keep going. Who else?
Yeah.
Allen Iverson.
Bugsy Bogues.
Muggsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spud.
Was
Spud.
I was I
Spud West.
Spud.
Anyway, they're a giant team.
Yeah.
UConn's a big, strong team, which, by the way, Creighton beat this year. They split.
Creighton's out. Remember? Creighton lost. Their season's over as of yesterday.
UConn-
is not.
UConn is now the favorite, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Yes.
It would be a shock if they don't win it all now. Because again,
Ooh,
you're
shock.
here's
Now,
your
the shocking
here's your
part-
Final Four: FAU, San Diego State. One of those teams is playing for the national title. San Diego State, a 5 seed, and FAU, a 9 seed. Other side, Miami, the 5 seed, UConn, the 4 seed. That's your Final Four.
That adds up to what? 9, 14, 23. So the seeds add up to 23, which is the second most ever.
Really?
The second most ever.
There was
Well,
more.
since the field went to 60. Well, I guess
There's been
68.
some years where 11 seeds have made the Final Four, like
Since the-
VCU and UCLA.
Yeah, since the expanded field in '85, this is the second highest that the seeds have added up to. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It does.
Okay.
You want to get a call from Chris real quick?
Yes. We definitely
Chris-
want to hear from Chris.
Chris from the Baldwin Shop. You're on early. Go ahead, Chris.
Good morning, Steve, Jake, and Coach Bill. How are you guys?
Where have you been? That's
Good.
my question.
He's working. He has a job, and
He has a job.
Remember that? That was.
I don't remember that. Chris, how are you doing?
Real good, guys. Real good. Great topic. You know, of course, at my age, you guys, I've seen the earliest Final Four I remember in the final being televised was the famous Texas Western Kentucky game back in 1966.
Oh,
Of course, with Coach Haskins and his all-black Texas Western team against an all-white Adolph Rupp coach team.
right,
You know, and that game made history.
right.
But then you go through the UCLA, Lou Alcindor, Bill Walton years, and all of that. But I have never seen a tournament like this one. I mean, this tournament has been crazy. And as far as Creighton goes, Jake, I'm sorry about this, but I was rooting for
Come on,
Creighton
Chris.
yesterday. I was hoping, that would be the biggest positive sports story in this state, probably in 10 or 15, maybe 20 years, if a team from Nebraska would make the Final Four. You got to think about that a little bit. But
I love you,
guys,
Chris.
yeah.
I love you. I'm dry heaving in here, Chris. I'm dry
Because
heaving.
he's right. It would have been
I'm
a
dry
great story.
heaving on the air.
It's a great story for people from the state of Nebraska, a player from the state of Nebraska. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you, Chris.
Yes, it would have been a Kalkbrenner and Sherman. They made it. God darn it! They had a couple of shots right at the rim yesterday, critical. And the Kalkbrenner missed a couple of them, and Sherman, he was challenged one time there towards the end on a layup and missed a shot, and that was one of those contact spots that you guys mentioned. That was a very physical game yesterday. But guys, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting Final Four. Connecticut looks awful salty right now. They seem to be playing well, and it's going to be interesting. And I have lost some money on this bracket. But guys, hey, great to talk with you guys.
Yeah,
and
good to hear,
and
Chris.
keep up the good work down there.
Good to hear
Thank
from
you,
you.
Good to hear
Chris.
from
I
you.
cannot believe that Chris would.
He was pretty emphatic about it.
Did you see me dry heaving
Yeah,
over
it
here?
was
You
pretty-
did dry heave.
He was pretty
Creighton
You're-
2 for 17 from
Yeah,
the 3-point.
That's not acting. That was real.
Creighton 2 for 17 from the 3-point line, done in by that, and they got pounded on the offensive glass. Jake, you got to come around on
The
this.
incredible part is that we went through all this conversation, the games, but it was the Friday night game. I mean, San Diego State beating Alabama.
Yeah,
one seed.
right.
The Sweet 16 was. There was some good games there too.
That was unbelievable.
I know. The
It-
tournament's been
yeah.
incredible. It has. I mean, I'm a blue blood guy, but
Yes,
UConn's a
you
blue
are,
blood. UConn's a blue blood. I mean, that's
Oh yes, you got you clinging to your one
You
team.
got some- you
You're
got one
clinging
in
to UConn.
Yeah, I'm all FAU. I'm an owl.
okay.
I'm an owl.
Look, there's
I've
Laura-
been with the Owls the whole time. Like that's why I went every time.
and your wife
Remember,
essentially has two teams.
she
She has
does.
FAU and Gonzaga.
Gonzaga. So she got text. Come on, Gonzaga. So after FAU won, I get a bunch of texts like that. Like it's just like how excited is Laura? The Gonzaga's in.
FAU or Gonzaga,
Come
whichever
on,
one.
Gonzaga. Yeah, Come on, Gonzaga.
Or next.
That's not the game, honey.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, it's the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. March is a month of good luck. From epic runs in state basketball to watching Cinderella spring the upset in college basketball. And of course, St. Patrick's Day. Luck is on your side at Mullen Motors too, because their lot is full of great vehicles to take home. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Your luck starts this month at Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com. Sunday morning. It's quiet. Not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
We'll see increasing cloud cover by later this afternoon. Should top out with a high near 45. Winds out of the north-northeast at around 10. Partly cloudy tonight with a low down to around 24. Mostly sunny tomorrow and warmer. We'll see a southwest wind at 15 with a high of around 52. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
As people are pointing out on the text line, this is correct. We don't forget, San Diego State does have a player from Omaha in a rope. A rope.
Yeah, I don't know the first name. A rope.
A-G-U-E-K.
Now a veteran player.
Yes, he actually had some important plays in that game.
He did, a role player.
They thought he traveled on the critical play.
He did. He did.
Well, there's Creighton fan Bill over here.
No, I'm just saying he did travel.
Okay.
Yeah, there was talk of that.
What was more egregious, the foul or the non-travel call in the same possession?
The non-travel.
No, that was more egregious.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it was amazing.
Omaha South.
Omaha South.
Yep. He's going to go play in the Final Four.
He was bypassed by both Nebraska and Creighton.
I think it's the first Omaha player or first Nebraska player in the Final Four in 37 years, I want to say. I saw that stat.
Wow.
How about that for a stat?
Yeah, that's amazing.
The first Nebraska
Congratulations to him.
Yes.
37 years.
He had an interview I saw this morning, and he did a great job on his interview. He really did. He did an unbelievable job in his interview. It was very, very.
He's a veteran.
He said
player.
he hopes that Omaha is proud of him.
Yeah.
Well, they are, and we are.
Heck yes.
Heck yeah, man.
Omaha
Absolutely.
South grad. He won a state championship at Omaha South. So yeah, we're very proud. San Diego State's a tough team, tough veteran team. They are that team that coaches say, when coaches like Fred say, you want to be old, you want to be old, and they're old.
When I was watching, I didn't get to see it in detail, but I did get to see a lot of the Alabama game.
Yes.
And if they'd have went in, if you're just a casual fan and they had to switch uniforms,
Alabama and
San Diego State, and they came back out, you wouldn't have noticed. Besides the one,
Brandon Miller.
But I'm saying what I'm saying was they were good looking players. That's my point. Is
they were.
You wouldn't have noticed. You'd been like, yeah, okay, that's right. Brandon Miller's now. Okay, I get that. But I'm just saying, there was never a time when you looked at Alabama and said, well, they're just so much more dominant physically. How they look, the number one seed. No, they didn't.
As the text line also points out, the last thing about a rope here. Go back there real quick.
A rope.
If you recall, this is absolutely correct. Tim Miles had a scholarship offered to him that he then rescinded.
Is that right?
There was an offer to a rope that goes to San Diego State now in the Final Four that was rescinded. They took back the scholarship offer for this kid that became now a key player off the bench for San Diego State.
No, he's a starter.
No, he's off the bench yesterday. A rope was off the bench yesterday for sure.
Okay.
Don't know that because
I can confirm that with my box score here. It shows who started and who did.
Okay, but anyway,
he's on the team.
Key player.
And he's a key player.
Key player.
He was interviewed after the game.
6 points.
They don't interview people after the games that aren't key players.
Bench. Okay.
14 minutes off the bench.
Thank
6
you for
points,
clarifying.
3 rebounds.
Thank you for clarifying. Yeah. Now I don't know. Now here's a question I have for you guys. So you would agree that talent is now distributed more evenly than ever. The parity in college basketball is you've never seen it like this, right?
So what does that mean? So Charles,
is that good for Nebraska?
It is, but Charles Barkley was on 60 Minutes last night, and he said college basketball is in a bad spot because he thinks there's going to be 15 teams that end up being at the top. And this is not a good sign of that, Charles. I mean, you've got a 9 seed, 2 5s, and a 4 seed.
Right. Wait a second. Go back to what he said. I don't understand what he said.
Charles Barkley was asked about NIL and the pay for play on 60 Minutes last night, and he said it's going to end up being terrible for college sports.
He's wrong. I think he's right. I think it's going to even it out.
We had that thought early on. We did. We were not
college football.
Okay, football.
Okay, no. He
was talking about college basketball.
I'm not talking about college basketball. I think it's a different discussion, and I think the talent will continue to be distributed evenly because of NIL. Creighton, by the way, their NIL operation is called. Get ready, Bill. The Bird Club.
The Bird Club.
Bird.
He
just sat there like, huh? Oh yeah, that's my
call. The Bird Club. Now they're gonna. Why do I bring it up? Because Creighton isn't a tradition. You wouldn't call Creighton a traditional power. Certainly Jake wouldn't. But they have a chance to get excellent talent every year because the Bird Club is affluent.
There's cash there.
Yeah, it's affluent. It's a thriving NIL.
I mean, of the 4 teams, right away you look at it, it's like the team that's been noted across the media that's the heaviest in NIL is Miami.
Nigel Pack is getting a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's getting $400K per year for 2 years. Whoa. That was what John Ruiz said that.
Whoa. You see the actual money going to the account. People start throwing numbers out there, not accurate all the time.
All right.
So I'd be right. I would stand.
Isaiah Wong's getting paid well.
You can say someone's getting paid.
Is it Isaiah Wong?
Paid well. Nigel Pack is getting paid well. How about, can I go with that?
You can do that.
And Isaiah Wong is getting paid.
See, this is what I'm saying. That can get players to Miami that maybe wouldn't have gone there and would have went to more of a traditional blue blood, call it what you want. I think it'll be more distributed. It'll be more distributed evenly in college basketball than college football is what I think. That's what I think. Now, I don't know why. I just think that's the dynamic. That's what we're talking about.
Just take a look back at the teams. If you say the ultra blue bloods, is you say North Carolina, Duke,
Kentucky, Kansas.
Kansas. They're nowhere. They weren't even. There's 0 run done in this tournament. I mean, there was an afterthought of any of those schools that would be of the highest. So it's just bizarre. The teams that would be like next year in football. That there's no Alabama.
Yeah.
There's
Take out
no
Georgia. And replace them with FAU.
Ohio State,
Florida
and
Atlantic making a run.
4 schools have nothing to do with it.
Right.
Nothing to do with it. That's how bizarre it is.
And you're replacing them with FAU.
It's like Wyoming.
See, we saw Cincinnati make the playoffs.
It's not the same. It's not quite the same, but I get where you're coming from. Yeah. But FAU. Now I would ask you this. FAU, Bill, has been watching. You've been watching. Their talent doesn't look much different than.
No, they look like the same thing. You just If
it doesn't look much different than Kentucky.
No, they jogged out. If you don't know at all, if my wife watching and they jog in Kentucky uniforms,
right?
Like, there's Kentucky, honey. Yeah,
yeah,
it looks like them.
Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like, hang on a second.
That's what I'm talking about when I say in college basketball. I completely disagree with what Barkley's saying. Completely. There's not going to be a glut at the top. It's gonna continue.
There's
to
just so many players.
Yeah, there are.
There's just it's like the major leagues. It's like they get drafted like round 100. It's like to make it. There's so many players.
There are. So I don't know why he would say that. I think unless he's not. But I think college football that it's more apt to be that way. It's more apt.
Trying to find a body
in college football. Now this is where I'd be interested in what Bill says. I think in football, it's about population shift to the southeast and south, where there's just so many players in that region. And there you go. Who's good down there? Georgia, Alabama. They're not going away. Clemson's probably not going away to a large extent. They're all in that area, that little area down there.
It helps area wise. And then part that's going to be the most interesting is what does USC do?
Yes,
UCLA do?
Point.
Because back in the day, Pete Carroll, the teams he had that were really good, they weren't all from Southern California. They weren't. All the players. Guys. Oh yeah, Cushing was from New Jersey.
Yeah, and he went and got that. Well, I know what his strategy was. I remember
once they got it built going, it was based out of California.
They would go get some major league players
from other places. Would go get some, and that's the same thing that happens at Georgia, at LSU. There's some major ones that go out, but in a nutshell, your blueprint is still, in Alabama, Mississippi, Houston,
Southeast,
New Orleans,
especially big players.
Yeah. Big bodies.
The big dudes that you talk about that you need. A lot of those guys are in the southeast.
I 100% agree.
There we go.
Yeah.
Creighton.
I couldn't find the part. There's a lot of Barkley stuff from last night. I couldn't find the clip about NIL.
That's okay.
But Creighton is not in the Final Four. They lost in the Elite Eight yesterday.
Are you going to change this stance at all?
Never. No,
the text line's trending more towards.
No, they're not. They are trending more towards my way.
Is that right? Is that right?
Well, your personal text line maybe, but this one, no way.
We're still 75% in here, and this is where it counts. It's in-house.
I'm sad that Josh was on the side of you guys. I cannot believe that, Josh.
You
go to UNL. Thanks, we don't like Creighton at UNL, man.
We're talking about story, though.
We're talking about story.
It's not our story. That's a rival story.
Now, hang on now. No one here said that we like Creighton better than Nebraska.
Creighton,
no one ever said
not
that.
Saying
we said
like them
we
at
said
all.
The story line would be way better for a talk show,
my personal feeling.
for a sports talk show in the state of Nebraska.
Yeah,
it'd been more interesting. Facts. Let's do this. Let's go to the text line.
It's a fact for Omaha. For Lincoln, it's a glorious day. Bill's Thrills and Song of the Day are next on Early Break on the Ticket.
Please.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smooth. We supply with quality John Deere equipment. Deliver the most advanced and precision strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person effort. It's the entire dealership, sales, and our amazing service.
16 times. Wow. How does that compare to Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate. Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Let me share something to make life just a little easier. It's just one word, Bryant. If we need service on our furnace or AC, we call Bryant. Same thing goes for an electrical issue. If I have a problem with my faucet, a toilet, a drain, or a water heater, I don't need to know how to fix something. I just need to know who to call. And at our house, it's Bryant.
Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Just one call. 467-1111. Remember, we do whatever it takes.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a
No,
big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much bad discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
From 1968, Song of the Day is Looking Out My Back Door by CCR. 464-568-51 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating in the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day. Once again, your song of the day from 1968, Looking Out My Back Door by Creighton's Clearwater Revival, CCR. 464-56851 is bad, 10 is good. Texture rating and the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
I don't have any profound thoughts. I like it, though. It's I'd go straight to an 8.8. Hard to dislike. I think you've played it before.
I have not. I know I have played several CCR songs. I don't think I've played that one. You are right. I have played CCR.
Okay. All right.
I don't believe.
I don't know if you have.
One.
I just seemed like you had. 8.8 is safe. It's a. I can't give that a low number.
We saw Bill singing it with his eyes closed. So, Bill, where'd you go to there?
Where'd you go? Where were you? Where were you?
I was driving. Driving just on I had Diet Coke and some cashews.
Okay.
And I was driving
Cashews,
down
so
the
it's a
road.
good month.
It's a good month.
Made some money.
Financially, it's a good day.
Yeah,
That's how you
yeah.
judge yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
cashews. You had
was
cashews.
good. Obviously, the band Creighton's Clearwater Revival, CCR.
Mm-hmm.
Best song they sing is "Fortunate Son."
Oh,
That's,
yes.
It's not even close. It's not even close. That's number one.
I think no one disagrees in this room.
That's
Whoa. Nice
I did
call.
they talked about Buck Owens in the song. So there was
Listen
some
to Buck Owens.
Yeah, there was some really good lyrics in that song. I'm going to go with a 7.6. 7.6. Very solid. Very solid.
Okay, that's good score to start off the week here. 8.8 to 7.6.
I wish Rick were here.
Yeah.
I wish Rick were here because he could answer this question.
Yeah.
Maybe he's listening. Rick,
Okay,
text in.
there's a giant doing cartwheels, a statue wearing high heels. Look at all the happy creatures dancing on the lawn. Dinosaur Victrola listening to Buck Owens. Okay, Is that like a record player? Dinosaur
Ooh,
Victrola?
Good question. Good question.
Dinosaur Victrola listening to Buck Owens. I think that must be a big record.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. But that little section right there was outstanding.
Good writing, isn't it?
Yes, that very good writing. Yes.
Tambourines and elephants are playing in the band. Won't you take a ride on the flying spoon? Do.
So it's brilliant.
I like that.
Writing wise, it's
Yeah.
brilliant. The song is very good. It's not a great one, but it's a good song.
Okay.
It's a good song, but the lyrics are probably like a 9.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good
Yeah,
lyrics.
it's very good.
What do you got from the text line there?
Text line. We'll get to those after that. Took that 9 from Bird in Columbus. That's a
C. Mock.
The buildup was great there. He took a deep breath.
That was beautiful.
Leroy 9.4, John 9.5, Rod says a 7.5, age 60 by the way
get
for
tired
him.
of that.
Oh, I love the age.
Larry in Minnesota an 8, Nyla a 10,
Nyla's with us.
Nice. Thanks, Nyla.
Houston a 2, Guilt
Wait a
Nerd.
second,
Whoa.
Houston.
A 2.
Houston.
Yeah.
Really? That's
That's
shocking.
Harrison's brother.
They gave it
Yeah.
a 2.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
okay.
he's with us, though.
That's okay, though.
And thanks again for the donut. God
Yeah.
bless you.
Guilt
Yeah.
Nerd a 9.8.
Okay.
Nice.
Becky 3, Joe and Boulder 6.5.
Okay.
Pat and Waverly 5.5.
Okay.
9 from Kevin in Centennial, Colorado.
Thank you, Kevin.
And Texas Jeremy a 38.
A 38?
38.
Or is that his age?
Oh, that's
7.5. Oh my God. Oh my.
What was wrong with
He
you?
says 38.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why
Start
gave it a
losing.
38?
7.5 from 38-year-old Texas Jeremy. JJ from the Philippines in Manila right now.
Wait.
8.5
The Thrilla in Manila.
is with us.
Yeah. Yes.
What's wrong with you guys? Jake gave
He's 38.
He gave it a
I
38.
give it a 38.
Oh, that's his age.
Is that
Sorry.
his age?
No,
Sorry. Yes, I'm
7.5.
going to look at that again. Wow, Jake. That's a wow.
All right, before
Okay,
Bill
let's do
goes,
it.
let me legalize it real quick.
Please
One
do.
second.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's time to start off the week, right, with Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Mid-Plains Advisors. Dirk, Scott, and Ty, your contacts here for all your financial needs. Bill, it is Football Facts Monday.
This is Bill's Thrills.
Bill's Thrills.
Bill's Thrills.
Let's everyone lock in here.
I'm
need
locked.
lock in. Everyone lock in. Just lock in. I want you to hold up for a second before I get football. I want you to go to any age. Let's just put yourself in 3rd to 4th grade right now.
I can do that.
3rd to 4th grade right now.
Jake's in it.
And all of a sudden you get, "Wah!" Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Fire drill.
Oh God.
Fire drill
Go to the hallway.
In the hallway. Everyone, single file line.
Yep.
Get
Put your head down.
Head down.
Cover it.
Single file line.
Like it's gonna help.
Follow. It's gonna help. You follow down. You like a bunch of ducks in a row.
Right.
I mean, everyone.
Do that sound again.
Wah, wah, wah. And when it went off as a third to fourth, you're so excited.
Yep.
Because you're like, we're gonna get out of some class. And then I was not academically gifted, so this was I needed a break. I needed a break. I only excelled in PE.
Right.
So I needed some time off of science. And
Right.
so you're so excited. You get outside, then you're just kind of doing some grab ass. You're goofing around.
Yep. You hope it extends.
You're hoping it extends.
Yeah.
You're kind of, and everyone's looking like, is there smoke?
Right.
No, there's no smoke.
It's just
So,
a drill. Yeah.
I want
you hope somebody screws up
so
in
you
an
get something-
extra 10 minutes.
Exactly. That's what you're hoping for. So I think everyone's been there at that spot.
Oh God. Yes.
So I know you three. So I've done that thing. It's at least twice a year, maybe 3 to 4.
Yeah.
For your whole life, we all done that.
Yeah.
How many real fires did you have?
Zero.
Zero.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
never
say.
had one. Never
I'm gonna
had
say all the listeners are probably gonna answer 0 too. There might
This
be
was a
one
tornado drill too, right?
tornado. But this was straight fire.
Oh, straight fire.
First of all, no, it's not tornado. We're not going to run the kids outside the school in a tornado. We're going to go to the basement and cover our heads.
To be fair, we did say go in the hallway and cover your head.
Yeah, I don't know. You were all confused. They're like, cover your head. Like, yeah, that will help the smoke not go into your lungs. I don't know what that
All
meant.
right, go ahead.
So
Keep going.
you kind of mess
Go
that
outside.
one up
Yeah,
a little
go
bit.
ahead.
So it's never happened, right? So
No.
so those are things that. But so you prepared, right?
Yeah,
you got prepared for that if that does happen. It's the same thing. Use the word Mayday. I use the word bazooka. Now we're talking bazooka field goal.
Ooh.
Clock's running.
Oh, God.
Time's going out. It's fourth down. We can't spike it. We got to get the field goal team on
No
and
timeout.
get and then no, that's the whole thing. That's bazooka. That bazooka,
No
bazooka,
timeout.
bazooka. You can use the word Mayday if you want. So the situation is this. Right, that's third down. There's no timeouts on the clock for us right there. A play has occurred and the clock's running.
Oh boy.
So you can't spike it on fourth down. You're in field goal range for us right there. And you have to get the team on there as fast as you can. This classic example of you want to hurry, but don't rush.
Right.
You want to be very quick, but don't rush.
John Wooden.
But there's so many things that's going on at this time. So in my 33 years of Division I coaching, okay, I've never had to defend it. And I've never had to use it.
I'll be
In
damned.
33 years, it's like the fire drill, thus the analogy. Now it's all coming
It
together
is.
here.
Good job.
So it's
Fascinating.
never been used, but we always see them on
Yep.
TV. If this happened, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So the details you have to put in for it to never work. So a couple things have to happen. One, as the coordinator, you have to have this in your mind what the clock is. So all of a sudden the plays, whether the clock's running or not running, I have to look up and say, okay, how much time is going to be on the clock when the ball snapped on the third down play?
You're talking about the offensive
The offense. I've done those special teams coordinator.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal.
Okay.
If all of a sudden there's 12 seconds or 13, 14 seconds left, I'm telling the offensive coordinator, hey, if the clock's running, throw the ball in the end zone. Because we can't get the team out there in that much time.
You got to tell them that.
18's about the time. You don't want to send them out there. There's a clip of Texas Tech. It was awesome against Oklahoma 2 years ago. They sent the team out. They had no chance. And here's the best part. The kicker didn't even come out. And then the clock just ran out. It's just like, I'm not even going to
waste of time.
So
Wow, that's
some things that have to happen with it is like, hey, so boom, all of a sudden the play happens and you call it bazooka, bazooka, bazooka. The holder is running on the field and he's waving a white towel from me. That's the signal to the people on the field that's bazooka, bazooka, bazooka. He runs out to about past the hash, then he drops the towel. Just let's leave it on the field. That's letting everyone know it's going bazooka.
Okay.
On the field, whoever has the ball, whether it be a runner or he caught a pass, he has to directly hand the ball to the official.
Jeez.
Don't throw it to him.
No,
it's
hand it.
not the official's job to catch the ball.
Right. Because if
So
he
if you
drops
throw
it,
it to him and he drops it and runs rolling around, clock's just
trouble.
Clock's just, you have to teach him. You hand the ball
Hand
to
the
the
ball.
official on the hash. So he takes the ball, and then the offense has to depart directly. Don't cross a stripe. Don't cross a landmark like that. Departs directly down the field so you don't get people running through each other as you're entering the field and they're leaving the field. So they don't enter. You don't leave at the same spot. You leave directly off the field so that you don't cross a stripe.
Right.
You get down there, you get set. Next thing is that there's never on a hash you'll do tackle over. There's never tackle over on bazooka because you don't want to think through that. The next thing is the kicker doesn't have time generally to step it off. where he walks up there, steps up.
Yeah.
He has to run out there and pre-align himself with if you're really up against it. There's times we practice it both ways. I'll do it and say, hey, right now there's 9 seconds. He can walk it off. Hey, we're at 4 seconds, no time. So they got to be able to get everyone set, and there's one quick cadence to get the ball off. And so there's all these dynamics that are going on. And at the same time, defensively, you're doing the same thing. It's the only time the officials tell us. So in the game of football, if an offense, if they sub, the officials will walk up and stop. They'll stand over the ball so the defense can get lined up. They tell us they do on bazooka field goal. We're not doing it. So on the other side, you have to have a plan on defensively. As being a special teams coordinator, are we going to sub? Or are you just going to stay with the 11 guys on there, and they're going to rush from this and teach them how they're going to rush in this situation? If you watch, TCU executed a bazooka against Baylor this year to stay undefeated.
That was awesome.
And the guy ran out there.
He's nailed the kick too. Yeah, no time, just
no
boom.
time.
And so all those dynamics go into what happens on that. But again, like I said, I've never had to do it. I've practiced it with the team. I probably got 1,000 reps of it.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
And never one time had to do it. But boy,
it's important.
It's kind of like toilet paper when you need it.
Yeah.
Well, you want to have it. You want to have it.
Football is so complex. I mean, just that element that you never even had to do in a game is complex. And so think of all that has to go on. And the refs better be on the hash.
On the hash.
I mean, if he's screwing around and he's not on the hash, you're dead.
And when you practice that, it is such a first of all, when you put it in, you have to install it with the entire team. Hey, today we're working bazooka. We're the first thing out of the gate. It's going to be period 1 and 2, and the offense goes out, and it's third. They're on the field, third down. They run the play. You run the thing, but you have to teach them everything, and you show them all the examples of brilliant ones and poor ones, and it's a lot. And then you do it every Friday. Every Friday, bazooka comes up.
Football is so involved. It's so involved.
Fire drill. How much fun were fire drills?
That was fun.
That's Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Mid-Plains Advisors. Dirk, Scott, and Ty called today for all your financial needs. Top of the hour next, an early break in the ticket.
That was bad.
Trucking is hiring CDL A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes not a job. Gaina Trucking offers health, dental insurance, 401 and employee incentive program, and other bonus programs. Build a career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Sam Griesel from the Nebraska men's basketball team. I'm here to tell you about my favorite men's store in Nebraska, and that's Gary Michaels Clothiers in Lincoln. When I went off to college, I purchased my suit from them and another when I attended Big Ten Media Day. Their fashion sense, clothing knowledge, and tailoring is unparalleled. Simply said, no one does it better than Gary Michaels Clothiers, located in Village Gardens, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
One of the Nebraska Lottery's most explosively fun promotions is back. Cash Blast. Until April 18th, buy a 2x2 ticket, enter the voucher number, and you could win $5,000 or $500. If your winning voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket or a multiple of 7 ticket, your prize is doubled. There will be 7 weekly drawings and 14 total winners in Cash Blast. So play today. You'll have a blast. But that goes without saying. 2x2 top prize odds 1 in 105,000. Did you know that when you play games from the Nebraska Lottery, you're also supporting and even... That's right. Since 1993, the Nebraska Lottery has raised more than $900 million for Nebraska's environment, educational opportunities, and state fair. So to everyone who plays, we say, the Nebraska Lottery, 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $10 off any athletic shoes $105 and under, and get $15 off any shoe over $105. Choose from respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, On, and 361 Running. And don't forget the trendy Hey Dudes. A new shipment just arrived for the season. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. If you're not sure what your evening plans are and want to change things up, look no further than craft axe throwing. Whether for a date night, an evening with friends, or even a private party, you're sure to make memories of craft axe throwing. Trained instructors help make things easy to understand, and a stock bar makes it a great hangout spot. With 13 throwing lanes, there's plenty of opportunity to reserve your spot today. Choose the Lincoln location at craftaxethrowing.com to book a lane or call 402-802-9696. Craft Axe Throwing at 18th and N.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Been a fun show so far. Check out the podcast at theticketfm.com. You can always watch and comment on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Call or text 402-464-5685. The show is sponsored by Gaina Trucking. We have not mentioned at all anything regarding the recruiting weekend that was for Nebraska football. There's no commits yet out of this, right?
No, there's not. Nebraska had 20-some recruits in town, so a lot of high-profile recruits. You know, the number 1 tackle in the nation, as rated, well, by all the services, basically, Brandon Baker from Modern Day. Bill's very familiar with Modern Day. It's a power. Brandon Baker, we sat down with him. I mean, number 1 tackle in the country. He's an impressive kid. And he had his teammate with him, Nate Frazier, who's the number 1 rated running back in California. They had 3 guys from Connecticut, twins Gerard Smith and Jacob Smith. Now, those guys are super highly ranked, and I mean, they had just got back from Georgia and Alabama. They're taking trips all over the country. There was a lot of interesting things, including, for instance, Gatlin Bear was in town. He's the highest rated.
What a great name.
Yeah,
great
Gatlin
name.
Bear. He's a great kid. You'd like him.
Yeah.
Great.
But just the name. I love
that.
And
Gatlin,
wide receiver, right?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver, the highest rated player to ever come out of the state of Idaho. And now he said something that really caught my attention. Everybody was wondering what this offense is going to look like. What are they going to do? And you can usually, like, the kids will tell you, you ask them, so what are they telling you about the offense? Gatlin Bear is a receiver, 6'2", 190 pounds. He said the majority of what they said, Jake's going to like this. This is quoting the kid, Gatlin Bear. The majority of what they said was they were going to run the ball a ton, and they're going to try and pull those safeties down. Then an RPO or a shot deep is where they see me being able to extend the field. So that they are going to want to fill the box because Nebraska is going to want to run the football, and they aren't going to be able to fill the box because I will be there. So he's talking about himself at this point. But I don't know. I'm wondering what they're going to be what they're going to try to do. And it sounds like they are. I mean, Rule has said it. Marcus Satterfield has said it. I think they're going to try to run it harder. I hope to God that's the case.
That'd be great.
So yeah, I think it was a big weekend. No, you're not. These are 2024 kids, Jake.
Yep. Not getting
And
commitments.
the
so.
high profile kids aren't committing now.
No. That's important for people to know. People need to know that, though. You don't
Right.
expect like 6 commitments off this weekend. It's
not
just,
from the high profile guys.
No.
No, they take it. These guys even, I mean, most of them hadn't even done their official visits yet. These are just unofficial visits. Dylan Raiola also was in town, by the way.
That's important.
Yeah, and he's visited here several times. So Dylan's going to visit Georgia here pretty quick. On an official. His first official will be Georgia. Dylan's going to take it into June. This is going to go we're a long way away from decision on Dylan Raiola. So there you go.
All right.
Let's get back. I like your basketball question.
There's your weekend recap for Nebraska recruiting.
Great job by the staff getting those players here. That's a great job of doing their due diligence and getting very good talent on because you're not gonna get anybody if you don't get them on campus.
Right.
You gotta get people on campus. That's just the way recruiting goes. Face to face, FaceTime calls, and in person visits. And you can't go see them, so they have to come see you. And it's harder at Nebraska, so it's a great job to getting those young men here.
They got some bigs here, Bill. But I mean, the one thing, me and Bill agree on some things. And one thing is you got to get the pass rushers, offensive linemen. Those kids from Connecticut that I mentioned one's an interior lineman. Well, on their high school team, they both come off the edge, but one projects as an interior lineman, the other as an edge rusher. And they had the kid I mentioned from California, from Mater Dei, who's the number one rated offensive tackle in the country. But they got a kid from Iowa, who's a big time tackle. He was here. They brought in some heft, and that's what
big bodies.
Yeah, that's what
big bodies.
That's got to happen. It's got to happen.
Big bodies.
And remember
that's
Riley.
Difference.
Riley would always bring in highly rated guys, but they're always edge guys. They're always safeties, corners, receivers,
small dudes.
Yeah, you got to bring in some dudes, big dudes.
Mass kicks ass.
There it is. There it is.
Especially in this league. Yeah. All right, you asked a good question on the rundown.
Wait, I do one question before that.
Okay,
though.
go ahead.
This is important regarding status.
Okay.
So
like dating status. We're all married.
Sip was always captivated that Alante Brown was like the number one player in Chicago. Okay, here's my question.
Freaks me out.
Here's my question. Is it cooler to be the number one player in Chicago in a given year or the best player ever in the state's history like Gatlin Bear is for Idaho?
I'd say Gatlin Bear.
The best ever player in the state?
I think
what's cooler? What's cooler?
I don't know.
I'm
They're
just going to
both
say
super cool.
Also, neither one levels out as cool. If it's like anything, we talked about this numerous times, is that when you recruit someone, they got to be players.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what really matters. Is what if you were Mr. Basketball and then you fizzled? No, then it's like you kind of have that always like, I was a Gatorade Player of the Year. How'd it go for that? No, I didn't. Nothing. And so you have if you don't pan out in some fashion, then I think it just kind of all goes away.
Okay. But in the moment,
what's cooler in the moment?
But
though?
in the
moment, I'm taking Mr. Chicago.
Really?
I'm taking the best player to ever come from the state ever.
I'm going Mr. Chicago. That's just good. It really is.
Best Idaho player
I don't
ever.
know. That Chicago thing really freaked me out. Like, you can walk around saying, I was judged to be the best football player in the city of Chicago.
That's what I said.
But this is all time though for Gatlin.
I know that's true too. No, that's really cool.
State's history.
He's never been.
You could put population wise over like 20 Idahos in Chicago.
Yeah,
type of thing. But I would just find
you could.
Yeah. So I'm just going. I think to be Mr. I just love to be.
Oh God.
Sitting around 20 years from now. Where were you as Mr. Chicago? Yeah.
I was happy to make the Platte County all Platte County team. I was.
Did you though?
Yes.
You guys got the picture I sent of the all conference team.
We
right?
saw that.
Yeah.
If I did, all Platte County.
I'll resend it.
Yeah.
All Platte County.
Just there.
Yeah, that was Lakeview and SCOTUS and Columbus High.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Anyway,
were you all league in golf?
He had to be.
We had an all league in golf.
There has to be. We got to research this.
I didn't make it then. I guess
you
should have.
You would have known. Somebody would have brought you a certificate.
If you'd have went to Lakeview, would you have been all Platte County golfer?
Columbus Lakeview.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Somebody would have brought you a certificate at lunch. That's what happened with me.
I didn't get that certificate. Yeah.
God, lunch.
I didn't
was
get all
good at
Gage
Columbus.
County.
Ooh,
Columbus
lunch was. They had great lunches.
Did you guys have tater tot casserole?
I don't.
did.
You know,
Yeah,
no,
tater
I,
tot casserole was so good.
I don't think we did.
Really.
I'm
That
not-
was the lead meal when you came down the steps. It was tater tot. That's a big deal.
Okay,
I loved lunch.
I did too.
I'm just telling you that.
Back then,
and I
it was
ate
incredible.
every meal. The hot lunch program.
Yeah,
I went
me
to
too.
you, and you had the little card, and you punched it.
Well, we
when you
didn't have
came
that.
through. You have a punch card?
No, we didn't have.
We had a punch card, and then you had the whoever was manning it right there, Mrs. Heineman, she managed your card. You didn't have to bring it every day. It was in the system.
God, we
Of course,
had
right there.
food.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking back. It was seriously good food in Columbus.
It was. I mean, we all ate there. There was no one leaving campus. Like, where are you gonna eat at? What do you mean we're gonna eat at? Here,
I
the
couldn't wait
cafeteria.
for it.
Yeah.
Someone said that all conference golf was at the conference meet. I definitely placed in that 3 times, so I guess I was all conference
Okay.
3 times then. Not all,
Congratulations.
not all county, but all conference.
No certificate though.
Yeah.
You got a medal.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, it's better than.
But
a
I'd like
certificate.
if you can bring that in, we'd like to see that.
Okay, I'll go.
No,
Go
you
find
don't
that
have
in Beatrice when deep in the depths of the closet there.
Yes.
I actually like this question you put on the rundown.
Okay.
It's fascinating.
Is it about school lunch? Because the school lunch thing has me so fascinated right now.
We'll talk about that later.
464-5685. I said this. Everyone loves the NCAA tournament and the madness it provides, but are we
Love it.
okay? Are we okay when it doesn't really crown the best team in the country? Now, UConn is playing like they are the best team in the country, and at one point they were. They were 14-0. They were number 1 at one point. Fell off.
What did I
brought
say
it
after
back.
they beat Iona?
You said that they're going to win it all.
Win it all.
And
First
they,
round.
and they right now are the favorites
lost-
to win it all.
I just want you to think about with this UConn team. They lost 6 of 8.
They did.
How would that team lose 6 of 8? And they were all They were all in the conference.
Yeah.
They lost 6 of 8. When you're watching, you're going like right now they look unbeatable.
Right.
And so
pretty
and
much-
there
that's
wasn't
true.
an injury situation.
They lost to Creighton, Jake. They lost to Creighton.
They did. Well, Creighton also
Which
lost 6
which
straight,
loss
too.
do you think hurt Creighton more? The loss to San Diego State or the loss to Nebraska? Jake.
Probably Nebraska.
I don't think
They
so.
hate 'em.
I don't think so.
So the
Yeah.
question is an interesting one. It doesn't
because
it's going to be odd if like a Villanova wins again. You know, if an FAU wins, you can't.
With the 4 seed, UConn was seen as no better than the 13th best team in the land, right?
Okay.
Or
basically,
basically that. The 13th at best with the 4 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So again, they're playing the best right now, but are they the best basketball team when you look at the whole season? Because you don't always get that in March Madness. With football, you get that, right? You get the top 4 teams. It's very clear, and usually the best team
But
wins.
sometimes it's not very clear. You see some teams that just get boat raced in that first game. And you go, really? Were they the top? Like that?
Okay, in football or basketball?
Football. I mean, like I said, we put Oklahoma. Joe Burrow threw 7 touchdown passes in the first half. We had 49 points at halftime.
That's right.
So
Yeah,
I don't
that's right.
I don't
That's
think
a blowout.
Oklahoma was probably the 4th best team.
Right.
Because we had just had to just fight our tails off before that in the SEC championship to beat Georgia.
Right.
I mean, it was a war to beat them. And then so it really was that the best 4? I
Right.
mean,
I guess the answer is I'm okay. Yeah, I think everybody's okay with it. It may not, and it's indistinguishable right now who the best team is, right?
Can I throw
There's
you-
no clear cut. Who would be the clear cut?
Well, I think going in,
Don't say
people thought-
Kansas.
People thought Bama going in was the best team,
Yeah.
right? They were
Yeah.
the number 1 overall
and
seed.
from watching, you'd not say that right now. We'd be like going, they're still the best. They got taken. Something
No.
happened. No, when you watch it, you weren't watching that game going, this is unreal because this team is one of the most amazing teams ever in college basketball, and they're losing. You
Right,
didn't
to
think
San
that
Diego
way.
State.
Can I throw you one out there from my wife?
Please do.
Absolutely.
Which
Please
did I hit on this already? I feel bad, but this might get back to make sure you always crown the best team.
Okay.
So I thought this was a couple days ago. She goes, "Is this double elimination tournament?"
Who's they playing next?
Is it like, well, that means the tournament would last. So it'd be 7 weeks. It'd be a 7-week tournament.
It would never
Yeah,
end.
you'd be like, okay, now you're in the bunny bracket. Laura,
It's okay, Laura. Bill has
where
a skill.
should Laura get to?
Okay, hey, Laura,
Oh,
get
no.
the apron on and get in the kitchen.
and look at the clock.
Bill's never going to buy you a watch, so don't
Stove
expect
has
it. The stove has the time.
If you've seen the looks on our faces
Yeah.
when it's like, is this double elimination?
No.
We have a phone call from Mike who wants to talk about this topic regarding.
I'd love to hear it.
Low seeds in the Final Four.
Love to hear it.
Again, 2 5 seeds, a 9 seed, and a 4 seed.
Make sure we get Mike's age.
Mike, you're on early break. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know if this directly answers your question, but historically, when there's lower seeds in the Final Four, the ratings, the TV ratings are much lower.
Okay.
Chicago was a great story in that, but the ratings were not that good. So I've always contended that people like the upsets early, but they still like to see their blue bloods in the Final Four. Thanks a lot.
That's
okay. So
last,
he's spot on with that. He's correct.
Last year, here's last year compared to this year. Last year's Final Four was this: Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, Villanova, Blue Blood Central.
Blue.
Wow. This year, Connecticut, Florida Atlantic, San Diego State, Miami. No Blue Bloods.
It's been an incredible tournament, but I tend to agree that's more compelling. It'd be more compelling if Kansas was going for a back-to-back, for instance, or if Kentucky was in there with Calipari. I think he's right.
Oh, he is. He's right on the fact that the viewership will be way
more
down.
Compelling.
It'll be the viewership will not be
way
nuts
down.
for San Diego State FAU. It's not gonna be like going must see TV.
No.
Matter of fact, if you're in the great football state of Idaho, probably not a lot of interest in that.
No, see now, Jake, that's the thing. I've talked about Blue Bloods on this show for a long time. You can't deny what Bill just said. It's not going to be the same.
I'm not denying that either.
It's still
don't deny that.
Very enjoyable tournament, but and again that's partly why I was rooting for Creighton, because I wanted at least something compelling for us. But am I excited to watch San Diego State FAU? No, not really.
What about UConn Miami?
More excited just because I like UConn, but I mean it's not a really.
I'll be excited because I want to watch FAU hopefully win, but it's still, even for myself who's pulling for a team, it's not the same.
No, this Saturday doesn't feel as big as a lot of Final Four Saturdays. It doesn't. If Izzo was in there, for instance, it'd feel bigger.
Any big name coach.
Yeah.
Larinaga is the biggest coach name.
Not very.
Hurley's a big name, but he's not the same as Larinaga. No. And he's not Izzo.
And Hurley appears as if he is coaching an economics class at NYU. Yes. Yes, I thought just the look and everything.
Boy, he put together a roster,
I tell you what I did enjoy a lot. They did the interviews with the coaches now in between, timeouts.
Yes, they do that.
And it was great. Head coach for Few for Gonzaga. Was
Mark Few,
He just basically, you were. She said, "I see you were talking to the officials." Yeah, I did. It's not very good right now. They're nitpicking on travels.
Yeah,
and I don't see
he
that.
said that.
And so I'm like,
on the broadcast.
I'm on the broadcast. I go, this is outstanding. I would love to see him just be like, the officiating is horrible. And
basically said that.
And then because
I don't know why they're nitpicking on travels all of a sudden.
And they talked to Hurley. Hurley's down there talking. He's kind of real nice. He goes, "Well, I can't say much. The official's standing right there listening to me." He said that. And then they panned over to him. They panned over to the official. Yeah, he's standing there.
Awesome.
I go, this is great.
This guy is the man.
Beautiful.
Great balls.
Yeah. So I would love to see if someone just right there at that moment be like, don't wait till the press conference. Just like, I'm probably gonna get fined. The officiating is horrible. You see it, we all see it. I mean, what if they'd have went all of a sudden? Okay, it's in between timeouts. So let's go live to the Creighton coach with 1.9 seconds left and see what he says. Imagine that one.
Get the bleep.
It would be awesome.
Get him. Okay, Randy says, "Screw the Blue Bloods." Ron says, "I'm tired of Blue Bloods." Okay, Mike Marv says this regarding the tournament. He says it feels empty. There's a chance the national champion didn't play a top 10 team en route to winning it all.
Okay, now that's interesting. So he's not screw the Blue Bloods.
Nope, he's not.
But the overall viewership will be down, which still speaks.
Yes,
it's kind of like when they talk about what's the best league in whatever sport. So they say it's football. In general, it's like, well, the SEC still gets that nod because of number of draft picks. That's where it comes from. So it's kind of that same way. The viewership will be down because of it, but I'll be watching.
I like this text from John in Des Moines, 464.
Des Moines. How old is John?
John's in his 50s, upper 40s, lower 50s. You can text us, John, what your age. Okay, John says this, and the end part's interesting here. He says, "It's been a compelling tournament, but it hasn't been very good basketball. The Creighton SDSU game was hard to watch. Terrible shooting. Where are the great college basketball players this year?" How many can you say? How many have great players?
Iowa women's basketball.
Okay, Caitlin Clark is great.
Yes.
That's women's basketball.
I heard an analyst say yesterday that Caitlin Clark's the best player, men or women, right now. most skilled.
Deny her?
I'm not necessarily.
So I had this. I
She's a
don't
star.
want to get off the rail here like that, but she's the closest thing to Pistol Pete.
Okay.
She is.
State.
She
Like
is.
we're saying, I wanted to say one thing about what De'Aaron Fox said. Did you happen to see that?
No.
De'Aaron Fox, the Sacramento Kings guard, former Kentucky Wildcat. He said he roasted a collegiate game.
What did he say?
He said, I kind of flip through college games. I can't watch a full game. It's hard. This is De'Aaron Fox, who was a star at Kentucky. It's hard. Shot making is not obviously at the pro level. Refs are bad. A lot of the coaching is really bad. I really can't stand it. De'Aaron Fox on the college game kind of goes with what John said, right?
It's not good basketball.
Where
are the star players at, though? Where are they at?
Well, they go. Some are going to the G League now, right out of high school. I don't know. There are star players.
We said that going into.
I mean, Marquise Noel didn't
really know him before the tournament, though.
No,
right?
but he was.
There was
that was
we said that
Johnson's
before the
team.
start. I remember I mentioned that before. So I go, there's no must see.
No.
Where there's like this, like, hey, we're going to watch a Jordan. We're going to watch what you name.
No, there's not.
All these
No Bird, no Magic.
There was
No
nothing.
Bird,
You
no
go, hey
Magic.
man, this guy. We're going to watch this. This is going to be this.
What would be the closest?
I mean, like we had like when Ralph Sampson was playing with Keem Olajuwon was playing in college.
Where's that?
Like Ewing, the Georgetown.
Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson, yeah. Ogman.
Stacey Ogman, right?
Just, I mean, all the there's not right now. Where you go, I want to watch. I mean,
Where's
when
that?
you had to go back, when you watched that UNLV team just dispatch Duke,
yeah,
and then the next year Duke comes back and beats them with the same. I mean,
that was compelling.
That was compelling. That was like dudes everywhere.
See,
it was like wow.
That player does not exist this year. The one that just captivates the nation. I think Noel was.
He was the most. He was probably the most
State.
captivating person to watch
in the tournament.
In the tournament,
but not.
But he wasn't even like a household name before. It was
no. He was not.
You knew
no.
Keontae Johnson at Kansas State. That was the guy he talked about. And then Noel just lights up in the tournament, becomes a superstar. But that's it. And that's the guy we didn't know about.
What is the deal? Why is it?
Well, De'Aaron Fox there's the talent's down, the coaching's bad.
He said, I can't watch a full college game, De'Aaron Fox said. Shot making is not obviously at the pro level. It's not. Now, Jake will back me up on this. I've said that on this show for a long time. Pro basketball is immeasurably better. It's incredible to turn on a pro game and see how much higher the level is. It's not even in the same realm.
But I would disagree for one team. The one team that looks like you cannot watch UConn and say they're not playing at a high level.
Oh, they're freaky good.
They're
right
doing
now.
everything.
Yeah, they're good right now.
Guess what? They're not just pounding the ball inside. They're making shots outside too.
No, yeah, Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan.
You wouldn't watch UConn and be like, well, that's just no. They have it all.
They're loaded up. Yeah. Hurley put together a big roster, literally big, and a very good roster. What are you hearing?
I got one more text before we go to break. We're behind time here. This is regarding Creighton, real quick.
I know
we're bouncing. We're bouncing all right.
It's probably gonna be on your side.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I knew that. We knew that.
He says this is Jace, 32-year-old Jace.
Hi, Jace.
Jace.
And this is speaking for me and the Creighton haters that exist in this market. He says I worked. Ready for this?
Ready.
He says I worked at Creighton Medical Center years ago. I met so many fans and students. They are embarrassed of being in Nebraska. They claim Omaha, and that's it. It blows my mind that any Husker fan can ever cheer for Creighton. Made my day to see them lose. That's Jace, who experienced.
Is he related to you?
No, he's not.
Yes, it's Jace Sorensen.
No.
Thank you, Jay Sorensen.
Jace S.
There's no last
What
name.
was that? What did you do? What was that? He went like this. Then what is that?
Jace S.
Yeah, Jace. So it's good to see the Sorensens are getting in there stuff today. This is
Your
awesome.
mom went away in on anything?
There's no family there.
Yeah.
It's just Jace, a smart man.
Yeah.
Jace, a smart man.
Again, we said it'd be a better story. We didn't say we were choosing them. Oh yeah, so
Good day.
you don't want to listen to us. That's the part.
I'm listening. I just disagree. It's a great day. The Creighton's out. They're not going to Houston. That's too bad. We talk about Victory Cigars next.
We can.
Yes,
let's talk
we
about
can.
Yeah.
Victory Cigars.
I want to talk
next
about
on
this.
All right.
Yeah,
Early
that's a
Break on the
great. That's a
Ticket.
great.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of block, Hondo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415, or online at ambitionelectric.com. Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $10 off any athletic shoes $105 and under, and get $15 off any shoe over $105. Choose from respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, On, and 361 Running. And don't forget the trendy Hey Dudes. A new shipment just arrived for the season. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it is Truck Month at Koppel, and we are pulling out all of the stops for this gigantic event. The lots are starting to fill, and we have some great deals for you waiting in Louisville. Brand new GMC Sierra Light Duty and new Silverado Light Duty trucks. All trim levels have up to $4,000 in discounts. That's right, up to $4,000 off all new light duty trucks right now at Koppel, so do not wait. Now is the time to buy a new truck, so stop on in or visit us online at koppelcars.com. You must have a trade-in and finance with Koppel. All deals with approved credit.
For Sean Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior. Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year training. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that form the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. March is a month of good luck. From epic runs in state basketball to watching Cinderella spring the upset in college basketball. And of course, St. Patrick's Day. Luck is on your side at Mullen Motors too, because their lot is full of great vehicles to take home. Come check our lot just north 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Your luck starts this month at Mullen Motors.
No tag-on, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour help at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
93.7 Ticket. Fox. Sell weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We'll see increasing cloud cover by later this afternoon. Should top out with a high near 45. Winds out of the north-northeast at around 10. Partly cloudy tonight with a low down to around 24. Mostly sunny tomorrow and warmer. We'll see a southwest wind at 15 with a high of around 52. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air. Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I think we can all agree in this room that Victory cigars are cool, right? This is like it's a cool thing.
Yeah, obviously.
I know what's wrong with after a big win?
You were going to smoke one yesterday, weren't you?
I thought about it.
Yeah,
thought about it.
When Creighton lost,
Texted some friends, saying should we have a stogie, and nobody wanted to do it. So.
Nobody bit
yesterday, but there's always today. You never know.
Victory stogie on a Monday.
Exactly.
That would be great if you're still that excited the day after.
Hey guys,
that would be
yesterday.
Take the afternoon off.
Yeah.
Have a stogie.
Jake's taking the afternoon off because Creighton lost.
Yes.
What? Jake?
Where's he at? We can't find him.
Yeah, he's at the cigar bar.
He's just celebrating.
Having a good time. Well, we all remember the iconic cigar that Joe Burrow, that Bill, you were there for when LSU.
It was a smoke-filled room.
When LSU beat Clemson to win the 2019 national championship, and it was one of the best teams, if not the best team of all time in college football. And Joe Burrow was smoking cigars in the locker room, and there was video, and people were like, "That guy's awesome. That's badass."
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that in Division II, apparently. It was celebrated, and everyone loved it in Division I. Ferris State in Division II wins the national championship back in December. And there's two players that were smoking cigars in a smoke-free locker room. Okay? Not quite the coverage of Division I with LSU and everything. Well, months later, we find out last week that the head coach, 62-year-old coach at
62 years old.
Yeah, at
just want to coach some ball.
Tony
Ferris State.
Tony Anise.
Ferris Bueller State.
Tony Anise has been given a one-game playoff suspension by the NCAA after two of his players lit cigars in a smoke-free locker room after winning the title in December. This is not the first game of the season. It is specifically the next playoff game they make. He can't coach.
That's amazing.
Well,
that is amazing.
When you read the story, so there was so this happened the year before.
Repeat offense.
Happened the year before. So they were hit hard with absolutely do not. Is everybody crystal clear? They met with him. So the two guys I like to get on the radio would be the two guys. The first time play was kind of one of those things where it wasn't really monitored. It just happened. All of a sudden, that there was a meeting. I guarantee you there was a meeting. Like if something, there's no cigars in the locker room. Gotcha.
There was a meeting.
And two guys. I just hope it was like the long snapper and the punter. That's what I hope it is too. But there's two guys that right now their name will go down forever, and it's not going away because they're probably gonna go to the playoffs next year. They're back-to-back national champions.
Oh boy!
So all of a sudden it's gonna be, hey.
Yeah,
Todd and John, thanks.
Yeah, not good.
Next November.
Seems like a harsh sentence to me, by the way.
Yeah, I thought it was very odd, very, very odd. You'd rather I could see like a one game or even a 2 game to start the year, but not playoffs.
I love this comment from Tony Anise, the head coach.
Tony Anise
is in a statement from
62 years old.
He says, as a coaching staff, each day leading up to the national championship game, we had reminded our players that smoking cigars in celebration would not be allowed. My team was fully aware that the actions of the two players were inappropriate. He says that no matter how minor the actions may seem, young people need to understand that there are consequences for their actions. We will address these concerns and continue to have a strong, positive football program that represents Ferris State on and off the field.
They're not
talked for days
every day.
Every day.
Those kids were just openly and
that coach, check this out. We won, man.
Obstinate, openly and willfully obstinate.
And somewhere, if someone's listening, find the photos. There's photos of them. I guarantee that in today's world,
they posted for sure.
They posted. That's how the thing came. That's probably what got it going really good.
Why would you?
But how about
do
that? Hey, just a quick reminder, one more time. It's on like a Thursday. Cannot smoke. Everybody good? You got it? Yes. You good? Yes. You good? Yes. And then still does it.
Tom, what the hell?
Yeah.
Can't smoke.
What do you do if you're the AD there? I mean,
I'm not down on the coach. If
they told him over and over,
if it was covered over and over, and someone just goes that far off the rails,
right?
That's on them.
Yeah.
If there was nothing said,
I'm
like
100%.
I should have addressed it. My bad. Okay.
Where was he though when they were smoking? I mean, that's just isn't that a case where if you're the head coach, you just see
How about all of a sudden
see
you
them doing it,
all
and
of a sudden
take them?
I'll say like
Right.
cigars. You smell them.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden
This game was played at a high school. So I repeat, the Division II national title was played inside McKinney ISD Stadium, a high school facility outside of Dallas
Okay.
that does not allow tobacco on
Okay.
its
it's
grounds.
a beautiful stadium.
It is.
It's a beautiful. I mean,
High school
Thank
if
you for saying
went
that.
there,
No, you would be
I know
shocked.
it'd blow you away.
Yeah.
But still, and again, but every locker room is that. There's not a locker room. I never went to like they say I'm at LSU and we're playing that at
Smoking
Ole
loud.
Miss. Yeah, you can smoke here. It's Ole Miss. You're good. No, there's no smoking in any locker rooms. There's no. It's like I love when they say that on an airplane. No, it's a no smoking.
Oh,
flight.
yeah, no
Yeah, it
kidding.
has been for 70 years. And if you think about doing something back in the day, can you imagine that when when you used to get on a plane, the ashtray was still there?
Yeah.
It's like the older planes.
Well, how about cars with ashtrays?
Ashtrays.
Cars had built-in ashtrays.
And we used to
Oh
rent
my God,
used to
what
rent
happened?
a car. You had to make sure it's smoking or non-smoking.
Yeah.
Get a smoking car, and we've all gotten in a car that someone
Oh, yeah.
that smokes, and you
Oh,
rent
yeah.
it. You're like, it's
You
like
can tell.
you go get right back. I go, I can't take this
How
car.
about the lighter? How about the push-in
The
lighter?
push and lighter? You wait for it to pop out. Oh, it's so good. I mean, just
Yeah, I got a lie.
you got a light. Yeah, hang on.
Just push in.
Pop this baby. You had to wait about 30 seconds, and it came out.
Right.
Just and then that also was that was a big thing driving around, jacking around. You would do that, and then like poking at your buddy, like you gotta put it on his jeans or something. You gotta burn him or something.
Oh yeah. But how about
Yeah.
the cars with the built-in
Yeah.
ashtray?
My Camaro had it.
Ashtray.
Oh, yeah.
Had an ashtray.
Had ashtray and a lighter in the car.
Yeah.
Better
about that?
times, Jake.
Better, much better.
Better times. It was so
God,
good.
what
I'd like
happened?
to.
What happened?
Do they give the names of the two kids? Were they identified?
Not in the article. No,
We got to call.
They kept
we got
him
to
off
call
the
Ferris
report.
That's
State.
an incredible story.
Yeah, we got to call
we get
Ferris
those two
State.
players on the show with
I
us.
just want to hear if it was like, were you told? Yes,
think
yes,
they-
sir. I was.
Would they be embarrassed at this point?
I would think now
It's more
this is
cool than
one
anything.
that I think it'd been kind of
It's a
cool. Now
they won.
It's like
champions.
If they're returning players, are the other players going to be pissed at them, or they just let it go?
I kind of let it go after a while. I think
Joe
one of the
Burrow
things,
made
yeah.
it cool again. I mean, they're just trying to follow the
They
cool
had
man
the
of
one
Joe-
time where
Joe
it was cool.
Shiesty.
So, but then when you're told that much, though, it's the
Every
team
day.
meeting.
They were very clear.
team meeting. Every individual meeting.
No cigars.
No cigars.
We're good.
No cigars.
We're good.
We're all good, right? Nope. That'd been all. Oh, imagine the next day.
There's one more part of this article that was great.
Okay.
At the because this was in a tobacco-free place in
Yeah,
McKinney
McKinney,
High
Texas.
School. Ferris State was also fined $15,000
Jeez.
by McKinney ISD Stadium for cleaning and repairs to the locker room after
Oh, yeah.
the victory against
Oh.
the Colorado School of the Mines.
Really?
They would have brought in a professional company, and that's what it cost. They probably
$15,000.
most
They
likely
torn apart?
they probably
Because
did.
the smoke got
They
in.
probably took carpet out.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Some people might say, "Oh, it's fine," but when you have them kind of over a barrel, it's like, "Oh no, we got you on this one. We're gonna get all new carpet in here. We're gonna have
Oh,
this
yeah.
whole thing completely
Whoa.
redone."
$15,000
Yeah.
for locker room repairs.
I
Mostly
wonder-
How about if you're the parents of Todd and Jimmy? Hey, so just real quick here again. So you were told not to do it many times. It was done the year before, right? And it was frowned upon. And it was addressed, right? Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
But also
God.
certain things that do shock you that was what the NCAA would. You think it'd be like just pay them. If it happens again, it's going to be this, and this, like that. Or maybe they were told. Maybe they were told. Hey, there'll be a suspension if something happens. Yeah, it's
Let's
beautiful.
play the game show. Give it a call right now.
Okay.
464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today, you guys should do okay in this. NFL quarterback colleges of the past. Quarterbacks from the past.
Oh, Bill should be good.
I got a chance at this.
Where'd they go to
I got a
school?
chance.
Where'd they go to school?
He's not going to give us a layup.
Quarterback.
I'll give you a hint.
I know you didn't give us Point Break last time.
There's
I
no
know that.
Dan Pastorini question today. Where'd he go to school at? Do you know?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Good thing I asked.
Yeah,
I will look that up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Starts
Here
right
we go.
now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Takedown Sip in trivia. I think you guys were 2-3 last week, 1-4, something like that.
Okay.
1-4.
Week.
I won.
Yeah, Bill, it's right. Bill won on Thursday by himself. You abandoned him.
How did we do on Friday?
Lost.
Okay, so lost. Yeah. Oh, Dan Pastorini went to Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
Thank you for that.
Now as you say it, I didn't know it now. I wouldn't have guessed it. Great program.
We have Josh. Josh, how do you feel about NFL quarterbacks of the past, their colleges?
Pretty good. 2-0 against this lifetime record.
Oh, we got.
Josh feels very confident.
He's right in your grill.
2-0 lifetime. He feels great about the topic.
He's in your grill.
All right, Josh.
All right.
Let's see how you do.
Good morning, Josh.
Bill will be a lifeline for Sip for one. Josh, first question goes to you. What school did Dan Fouts go to?
Ooh. Oregon.
Oh, good job.
Got that one with ease.
Bill would have got that.
Is correct.
Yeah.
Oregon.
Not sure I would have gotten that.
You would have had that, Bill?
Yep.
Okay, I got to get focused.
1-0 lead for Josh Sip. First question. What school did Drew Bledsoe go to?
He had to go to Purdue.
Why did you not ask me?
Oh, my God. Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it.
Why did you not ask me?
Josh, you know that one?
Drew Bledsoe, not Drew Brees.
Bledsoe.
Got it.
Josh, you got this one or not?
I'm going to pass.
Oh, yeah.
Bill, what
Washington
was it?
State.
Oh. Washington. He was
we're not going to knuckle on it.
He was the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. That was like, you didn't know the difference between Drew Bledsoe and Drew Brees. You know the difference. That'd be Purdue.
I tried to give him the fist down.
He's like, don't get away from me. Look at you're hurting him. Look at him.
But he didn't even look at me like I'm like hey.
I just thought it was.
Okay,
what's the score?
It's 1-0. Josh is going for the win. If he misses this, you still have a chance here. Josh, what school did Boomer Esiason go to?
Don't cheat. Stay off your phone. Stay off your phone.
All right, Josh.
3, 2.
I don't know.
5 seconds. 5.
Well, just give him 2 seconds,
4,
Jake.
3, 2. No guess?
No guess.
All right, Sip.
Okay. Now, I should take it and keep Bill in my back
Are
pocket.
you sure you know
If
it?
you know the
Yeah,
question.
he's a Terp.
Are you sure?
Merrill.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I got Bill in my back
Yeah,
pocket.
you do. If you had missed that, though, it put negative.
He would have punched me.
I
He would have physically assaulted me.
That'd be Purdue.
You'd have assaulted me on the air.
He's like, what the hell? Okay,
So
Bill's
no
in play.
salt.
Bill's in play.
Yeah.
But if you miss this,
Yeah.
Josh can still
Okay.
can still win.
This is
Okay.
big.
For the win, what school did Fran Tarkenton go to?
Ooh, I need to. Oh, boy. Oh, God. I didn't even know he went to college.
Good start. Great start. Great start.
I thought he was a one and done. All right. Oh, Bill doesn't know.
What? Any guess?
All right, I'm on my own. I got to get on this.
Give me the school of Fran Tarkenton.
Fran Tarkenton. Almost seems like a trick question to me.
5 seconds. 5,
Hold on.
4, 3.
I'll say Cal Bears.
Josh, are you stealing this or are we going to the tiebreaker?
Tiebreaker.
He went to Georgia, grew up in Athens, and went to Georgia.
No idea.
Georgia.
No
Fran
idea.
Tarkenton went to, I wouldn't have that either.
All right, tiebreaker. We're still alive.
This will go to you guys, and Josh will go over under the number here. Speaking of Fran Tarkenton, he played 18 NFL seasons with 342 passing touchdowns. How many rushing touchdowns did he have
He
in
had
his
a few.
18 seasons?
He definitely had a few. He was a good runner. Okay, in 18 seasons, we can consult on this.
That's
can't
fine.
we?
That's fine.
Bill, I'm saying a minimum of 25. Okay, I'll say 44. All right, Bill's saying 44.
40,
yeah, 44 is a good
44 is the number. Okay,
number. It goes, no, wait a second. 50.
51.
51.
51.
All right. Okay, Josh, the official number is 51. Are you going over, under 51 rushing touchdowns for Fran Tarkenton?
Under.
It's under? Really?
Skip's first. What was it, 25 off the bat? 32. 32.
Because I thought he had like I would have guessed he had 18 seasons, right?
Yeah.
I guess he had 4 to 5 a year. I guess. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's my math.
Me too.
That's my math.
You would have had it at 3 per year, 51.
What's that? What's that?
You said 51. That's about 3 per year.
Well,
yeah, whatever.
We're trying to say. I thought when I said 51, I thought the number was would.
I thought
going to be
32
higher.
seemed low. Also, I was surprised by it. Because he could run, but 32 was the answer. So
I
congrats,
should have
Josh.
known Georgia, by the way.
Josh wins.
That one
Bengals.
doesn't have the Bledsoe blows me away.
Yeah, you would have won if you just got Drew Bledsoe.
You just thought
you would have avoided the tiebreaker.
Bledsoe was not Purdue.
No. Feels like no,
100%.
no. Washington State.
Yeah.
Washington State.
You said that very confidently, but yeah, you're thinking Drew Brees.
Tarkenton's a great one. So that would have never.
He would have been a taller Purdue gunslinger quarterback.
From when? What era?
Any
That was the early 90s for
They had
Bledsoe.
Breeze, right, but there was somebody else.
Kyle Orton.
Yeah, Orton was
Orton's
taller.
Orton's a good player. For
Yeah,
him.
he was
He's a good
taller.
player.
That's not who I was thinking of. I just mixed it up. It's
Bob Greasy.
Bob
Greasy.
Back in the
Greasy was
I had a
Purdue.
nice one.
60s, 70s for Greasy.
So Greasy
60s for
or
Greasy.
Was it Everett? Jim Everett?
Yeah, Jim Everett. Was he a Purdue guy?
I think Jim Everett's a
Don't
Purdue
know.
guy.
I don't know if he was a Purdue guy.
Check that one, Jim Everett. I think
We'll
he
check
was-
that one during the break.
I think
Okay.
I think it was Purdue.
I'll check it, Jake.
Okay, sounds good. All right, when we come back,
Yeah.
we'll have the spillover, and we'll give an update on Jim Everett if we went to Purdue or not. Yeah, very important. Early breaking the ticket.
Gaina Trucking is CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to the attention of the Nebraska Lottery that when people hear a radio commercial in their car for one of our lotto games, Powerball, Mega Millions, or Lucky for Life, they tend to begin daydreaming about how they'll spend the prize money if they win, instead of paying attention to the road. So please, when I tell you that Nebraska Lottery lotto games offer big money and big fun, keep your mind on driving. Do not start thinking about all the things you could buy if you win. Things like bright red sports cars, tropical vacations, 100-inch TVs, hot tubs, SUVs, a new computer, motorboats.
Bob, snap out of it.
Oh, good heavens. Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. Perhaps I should go home now.
You better let me drive.
Lotto games from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco beginnings in 1908, the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
If your home isn't delivering the year-round comfort you expect, call the experts at Bryant. Warm and cool, comfort and confidence. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Call 467-1111.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
March is a month of from epic run basketball to Cinderella spring college basketball. Of course, St. Patrick's Day. Luck is on your side at Mullen Motors too, because their lot is full of great vehicles to take home. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Your luck starts this month at Mullen Motors.
No tag-on, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, Orza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. This
Well, good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 on 93.7 The Ticket, FM.com.
It is time for the spillover. Chris, Ref, AD are in the building. Gentlemen, I was texting AD yesterday. You were? During a certain basketball game that was the first one played yesterday between Creighton and
AD?
San Diego State. And I believe that AD and I were on the same page here, right, AD?
I absolutely loved it.
And why is
Hold
that,
on.
AD?
What? Go
Why
ahead.
is that?
Absolutely loved it. I don't like Creighton.
I'm good with that. Have a reason?
I respect the heck out of him. McDermott is a heck of a coach. But all my Creighton buddies would have just went. I mean, they'd have been blowing my phone.
Wouldn't it would have been fun this week, though? Come on.
Nope. They'd be lighting us up on Texas.
AD, hold on.
Mm-mm.
The story for the state would have been great.
I would have been great for Creighton.
See? Exactly. He gets it. He gets it. Not for the state, for them and them only.
It'd have been great for Creighton.
Torture for us.
Yes.
They're
Raph,
just down.
I think the storyline would have been better.
Raph.
I think our conversation would have been more things going on to talk
Do you agree
about.
with your partner?
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I mean, why is Nebraska different? Alabama, Auburn. You don't see Alabama rooting for Auburn.
Boom. Thanks, Raph.
You don't see that, but all of a sudden they're like, well, we don't have a football team. Well, it's like, well, go get one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's exact same dynamic.
It is.
No, Raph, that's
It's-
a perfect
it's
take.
It's not a bad. No, I understand where you're coming from, and I respect it. I just don't
like, for instance,
like or not.
I don't
it
think
would
that
be fun
Iowa
for-
State
we don't
fans root
have
for
much.
Iowa.
Alabama and Auburn have a lot in that state. There's a lot going on. We don't have anything. In Nebraska's basketball has never even won a damn game. So then at least we have a team that we're familiar. There's a great familiarity.
There's a player from Omaha on San Diego State, so get familiar with them. Get familiar with San Diego
And
State.
the thing that also
Am I not?
confuses me too is Nebraska fans are almost like told like, well, they're in state, so you need to root for Creighton. However, Creighton beats us in baseball, and they act like they won Game 7 of the World Series.
Exactly.
People running out and ripping their shirts off and
Preach,
going
Raph.
nuts. So
Preach.
I'm just
Yeah, preach.
that's where I sit. So I'm on
It's
Nebraska.
a story, though. It's I'm not saying like Creighton.
Story. Okay, great story.
I'm not
I
I'm
agree
not
with that.
saying I like
I'm-
Creighton.
Ron has a great thing on here. He says, "Sip." He goes, "So the Sip cheer for Columbus SCOTUS."
No, and it's not
Yeah,
that.
who's your top rival in high school? Who'd you hate?
Norfolk, but
Did you root for them when they were playing for the championship? I don't
it's
think
not-
so.
It's not about liking Creighton. It's about having them in the. Like I don't like them, but I think
You're not making any sense right now.
It would have been fun for the state.
As Raph just said, Auburn, Alabama, they don't root for each other if one of them is out.
But it wouldn't have been fun for the state just to have a team in the Final Four. It would have been novel. I guess the word I'm looking for is novel.
I agree with that.
You have a
It'd
player.
be novel.
I agree with that.
As I said,
Jake,
Arope is the first player from Nebraska.
Jake, hold on,
37
that's
years
not
to be
novel.
in the Final Four.
Well, I guess that's novel too, but it's not the same.
That's a stat.
It
It's
would
a
have
fact.
been novel. It would have been, wow, Creighton is actually, and Jake, you know this, they would have had a great chance to win it all.
That's why it's great that they didn't make it. You guys just wanted me to be in extreme
That's
pain.
not about you at all.
So
No, it's not about you at
Wow,
all.
you're kind of patting yourself in the back here. I think you're trying to.
No,
Yeah.
There's
No,
part,
it's not
there's
about
part
you.
of you. There's part of you
Nick
that
agrees.
wanted me
No,
to
no,
be in hell over here.
Absolutely
dying.
not. No, I did not want
I hate
that at all.
everything
There,
mode.
there can be no chance like you said, I'm a Creighton fan. I didn't even know when I'm listening to the game. I didn't know one player, so I'm listening on the radio as I'm driving. I don't know who had the ball. So I don't know any of the players, and I didn't watch Creighton play all year. I didn't even watch the
Bill
Nebraska
lost.
game.
Wow.
Who's
Yeah.
up? Keith weighs in. Stop. You are on the wrong side of this argument.
Yep. Thank you, Keith. He's on my side here then.
Yeah.
Keith's with me.
He said Raph is the voice of reason.
That boy. See, Raph, that was good.
Now he says, now he's missing the point though, Keith.
Yeah.
Why would a Nebraska? God dang it.
Yeah.
Why would a Nebraska fan root for Creighton? I'm not saying root for Creighton. Just enjoy the story.
No, that's the same thing.
I just can't enjoy it.
Rooting and caring for is the same
can't say-
relationship.
Is it?
can't.
Yeah.
Just the hatred would have made the show better
Yeah,
for the week.
for you guys.
The
It would
emotion.
have. The show would have been better. That's what I'm saying. So that's all I'm saying. The show would have been better because we could have barbed you, and that would have been fun.
You would have been barbing me.
Yeah, yes, that'd
I'd
been fun.
real
I was
pain over
thoroughly disappointed when they lost.
And I was thoroughly.
Creighton lost?
Yeah.
When me and AD text, we're like, let's go.
Let's go.
We came to virtual fist bump.
I
And the
was
real
really-
one.
I was really disappointed. I felt disappointment. I felt
I
genuine
loved it.
disappointment.
I'd say I feel sad for you, but I don't. in this
Kelly says,
instance.
would Northwestern fans cheer for DePaul to make the Final Four?
I'm cheering for
Kelly
a
says
story.
I
I'm not
say
cheering
yes.
for a school. I'm cheering for a story.
Texture says, I'm guessing Kansas isn't bummed today that Kansas State lost.
But they're not.
They're not.
They don't have a radio show.
Yeah, we have a radio show to do.
Yeah, we have a radio show. This is more about profession than personal feeling. I'm not a
Profession's
Creighton.
in a good spot today. We're good.
I'm not a
Yeah.
Creighton fan. I'm not. But I wanted.
You
it.
sounded like one today.
I'm not though. I wanted it for the interest, for the story.
Well, it's too bad. Didn't happen.
When I
San Diego State,
when I knew the head,
FAU.
when I knew the head coach there, I was a big Creighton fan. I knew the head coach. there.
Rick Johnson.
Yes, when he was there, that was a big Creighton fan.
And now you're not.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
See?
not a Creighton. But I enjoyed the
You've
story.
grown, Bill.
I'm not a Creighton fan. No, there's 100%. So don't get that crossed up. I just know the show would have been better all week if Creighton would have been.
Here's the real question.
There
There would have been a lot of talk about.
So it's all just going to go away now. Cause they're
Yeah,
not
it's just
gonna,
gone.
all of a sudden, the talk. Do you think they're going to be like tomorrow? Like we've got to dive deep into the San Diego State
No.
roster.
No.
no.
No, we would have been diving deep into a
we're-
lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow now is going to be. Can we please get a hold of Northwestern?
We got
baseball?
Barney on tomorrow. We're fine.
Do we have?
don't need to talk
Does
about it.
Northwestern have a pitching coach yet? That's where we're back to now.
We
We're
need
good, yeah.
intel on
Yeah,
that
so-
still. What's the record? Probably 1-18 now at Northwestern.
You want me to check?
I'd like to see that.
I would like to know when do they come into town because we've got to get those guys on the air. We got to do a live remote.
Live remote when Northwestern's in town.
To see.
We don't know who's coaching
I want to
besides
see
the
if only
manager.
one coach gets off the bus when they get out. That's what I want to see is a bunch of guys in uniforms and one guy.
There's nobody. There's no pitching
There's
coach.
no
He's
pitching
just-
coach. There's nothing like there's no DFO. There's
Manager's just hitting the balls. Everybody.
Yeah.
That's it. No pitching coach.
It's a great Monday that Creighton lost, man. I mean, it felt good, feels good.
Wow, rap.
Any luck on that thing, Sip?
I'll read a text before that. Pecan Pie says, Sip and Bill, nobody in their right mind roots for Creighton if they are Husker fans. We don't want to hear the ticket talk about the Blue Jays unless they lose, which they did. So thank you. Thank you, Pecan Pie. David says they're 1-17, Northwestern baseball. Is that right?
1-17.
I haven't found it yet. I'll find it.
The team with one coach is 1-17 in baseball.
Isn't that something?
If they win one game all year, that will be just outstanding.
Baseball.
Yeah, they
In
are.
baseball.
They have one win.
1-64.
That's right. Thank you.
They beat Butler 5-3, if I recall correctly. That was
Butler's a
one
good
win.
team.
They beat Butler
They're struggling.
1-17.
With
Yeah,
one coach.
Whole
1-17.
team quit.
Minnesota's 5-19.
How about this one? They're probably getting thrown out at home all the time. There's no third base coach. They're all just running. There's no one to stop them or send them. They have no idea what's going on.
And they're getting picked off first ball.
What happened? I have no idea where the ball was at. No one's holding me up.
It's like the old school where Who was the last batter last inning? All right, you're coaching third.
Exactly.
There you go, Raph.
That's exactly right.
There you go. Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Imagine if there's no one coaching, just getting thrown out.
He's got a kid out there.
Who's making the calls at third base? The hitter looks down the third base line for like what a bunt or not. There's no one there.
1-17.
No signs. I have no idea.
I guess I'm just hitting here.
Who's giving the signs? The best. Who's giving the signs? Well, it's only one coach, so I'd watch him.
I don't think the head coach is under a lot of pressure because there's nobody to put pressure on him.
Yeah. Right now, his
whole staff quit.
No one's getting like, "Hey, man, you got to turn this around."
No,
like, really?
There's no media.
Really?
Nobody here. It's no staff.
I'm
no
telling
media.
you, something went down in that building. They were smoking cigars inside a non-smoking.
Yeah, they probably are.
Yeah.
Do you guys shut it down?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
I thought you were getting ready to shut it down.
I'm shutting it down here in a second.
Yeah.
Last question. Can anybody beat UConn? Is it UConn's tournament to lose?
Yeah, the only team that can beat them, I think, is the team they play.
Miami.
Yeah, so
Sip has called the UConn the winner since they beat Iona round one.
Well,
He looks good. Yeah, that's a kudos.
I
to
mean,
you.
I watched
you called
them
it.
thoroughly dismantle a good Iona team. I was like, wait a second.
They
Man.
can win the whole damn thing.
I mean, they're huge, number one. And number two, Jordan Hawkins is he's an NBA player. They're good. They're balanced.
They're playing really.
They were number
good.
one in the country for a period this year.
They won 14 straight.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they lost 6 of 8. That blows my mind. Team.
Was there an injury possibly at all? Maybe
I don't think
there?
so.
Nobody was banged up at all.
Jake Creighton beat him.
I know. Well, Creighton's gone though. Guess who's still standing and who's not? UConn standing. Creighton is not. Their season's over.
Yeah, not a Creighton fan. That's over.
All right.
I had my time.
You know where I stand on this. Raph's the voice of reason.
Raph and AD
just wanted a story for the week. That's all I wanted. I'll be honest. I'm just going to say it out loud. I did. I wanted to torture Jake. I really did.
I knew it. See, I knew this. I knew it.
I did. That wasn't my whole goal, but I kind of, it'd be so much just to see you.
Probably wear Jay's shirt on.
I wouldn't want a Jay shirt,
jacket.
nothing like that, but you would have, just to see
Blue
you,
Jay hat.
the strain you'd have had to think
The good news for Jake, though, is Iowa is alive in a women's tournament in the Final
Caitlin
Four.
Clark, yeah.
See, you kind of like Iowa.
She's the closest thing to Pistol Pete.
Yeah. That play she made where she whipped it behind her back and in rhythm hit like a 30-foot three. She caught a ball. There's a defender there. She just put it behind her back, stopped, pop, bam.
She's on a different level.
She's a freak. It's a
different level.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us. The Drive with AD and Raph is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto.